Yo, yo, can y'all hear me? Are we loud and clear? What's going on?
Ain't cooey, cuz.
Oh yes, the Wizard of Oz references with the hot air balloon. Yo, I'm not even. I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm definitely not gonna say too much because I'll be noticing, like, when I say some shit, it'll end up in somebody else's video. So I won't really say nothing about too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just fall back and we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this episode. I really like this episode, and I knew that they was going. I knew that they were gonna slow it down, and we got some things that were not revealed to us in the trailer. Some moments of things happening that weren't revealed to us in the trailer. That was great. I hope that means we're done with that. The ending was crazy. The ending was crazy. The Chocolate Thunder says, I think digging up the bones is a bad idea. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It I think it is definitely something that they need to do, but it will definitely get them in trouble and some people dying because of it. It is definitely something that you could make a great argument for why they shouldn't do it, especially seeing that the man in yellow advocating for it. You know, um, I would love to see him on the other end of the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does he do that? Like, is it just something in his mind? Or does he have to really stand there with the pinky and the thumb acting like he's on the phone talking? Like, what is the mechanism for that to happen and how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. Uh it was almost like Tabitha and Ethan showing up to Colony House to see Victor is what prompted all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much more than that as far as that one's concerned right there because that's going in the video for sure. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed something about that or not, but I noticed it. And we'll be talking about that in the video for sure. There are some things in that episode that were very interesting. And like I said, I'm not going to say too much. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm going to drop the link because I know some people want to come up here and talk about this episode. You know, that's what I was trying to figure out too. What was the song? And I take it you're talking about the man in yellow. No, I'm definitely not going to speak. Not that I'm holding back. I'm not holding back. I am preserving for the video. I got to drop a video on this, and I don't want to spill nothing, and then you know, it just will be pointless. So I'm gonna just wait. But I somebody says speak. Now I feel you. You know, you know, I can't wait to tell you. I can't wait to talk about what I. No, this isn't the same live. I restarted a new one. I redid a new one. This is a new live here. Glad to have you back indeed. You know, what did you think about the episode, Charcoal Beauty? Fatima, Fatima
Um,
about to become a monster. You know what was so dope about last season? That was a lot of people's theories that Fatima was becoming a monster, and now that they're bringing that, I think that's dope. And if she's turning into a monster, that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? That would be sad too, though. That would be sad. What are your thoughts about it, Ray? What's going on?
oh yeah, I like this episode.
I thought we were going to see Eloise as well. I wanted to see what Eloise. I thought we were going to see what Eloise looks like in Henry's hallucinations, and then she actually ends up looking like that when we see her.
The last 20,
That's what I thought.
15, 20, 15 minutes, something like that. Like they had me. I like this episode.
Yes. I wonder why Jade wants to just pull it up from the roots and not like cut it down and then go for the stump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then why would you go through the tunnels? Like for real, I would do that shit in the daytime and go down in the hole through that would be the entrance we
Yeah,
go down there.
I do not like the fact that they keep lollygagging about the fact that they need to go down there and see what's up. I don't like that at all. But
Yeah, that's pretty much Boyd. Like he really don't. But you know one thing that I don't like about Boyd acting like he doesn't want to risk anybody, bro. You was just counting the bullets for everybody to, delete themselves.
Right.
He was just
And
counting them
what's the
bullets
better
for that.
decision? Let's say you only have two decisions. You got you want to give everybody a bullet, or you want to go down to the tunnels. Like, come on, man.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I'd rather take a chance of going down in the tunnel.
They
One
wasting
thing,
time. I don't
one
like
thing's
the.
for sure.
I don't like how slow things are moving. I think they should go ahead and go down to the tunnels
Oh, the
and let's
next
see what's behind
episode's
that
gonna be
door.
crazy. The next episode's gonna be crazy. The next episode is gonna be, oh, the Chocolate Thunder said, I think Christy is getting clapped by Fatima. That may be crazy. That might, yeah. Fatima turning into a monster must have nothing to do with Smiley, or there wouldn't be male monsters. Yeah,
What the
that
what?
that makes
What,
that makes sense.
what do you mean by clap?
She means she's gonna pop Fatima. Well, Fatima's going hurt Christy.
Okay,
I think Christy's a goner. I think Christy's gonna end up dying this season or at the very beginning of next season. But Christy, I like how they've been making her very vocal. I really like Marielle. Like in season 2, I didn't really like her too much, but season 3, I really liked her, and in this season, I really like her. You know what I'm saying? Um,
I can't get over the haircut, man. I can't do it.
Real got me taking notes during the episode. Drop some of your notes in there. What up, Luna Cascade? Cascade some of them notes down here, Luna. I want to hear what you got to say. I know it's some heat. I want to drop my notes so bad. I took some notes. Um, I had it
Yeah,
playing in the Discord too,
me
but
too.
I dropped some notes and stuff. And oh man, yo,
It's some more stuff to go back to. It was crazy, bro. It's like some stuff keep playing into the Chrono Trigger, man. And I'm sitting here like I know these. I know they ain't. I know they ain't doing that, but they. It seems like they doing that.
yes. Did you see the icon on Sebastian's cell phone? Yep. Okay. See, that's all right. All right, enough's enough. I'm not even gonna read any more of Luna's notes because I already know what time it is. Like y'all gonna have me pulling out my notes. I saw all of that. I saw so much stuff in this episode, y'all. Do not sleep on episode 408. I knew they were gonna slow it down. I told you that would just make sense. Slow this thing on down. 4-5 was a blast. 4-7 was a blast. Slow it down for 4-8. So 4-9 and 4-10 can be crazy.
Yeah, I like the pacing.
I didn't like the pacing of this season at first at all, especially with the first 4 episodes. I think it should have had at least the first episode should have been a turn up episode. That's how they did in season 3. That's how they did in season 2. That's how they did in season 1. Like all the first episodes are like these blasts. You know what I'm saying? Let's get going. Like wow, you know. But they didn't do that this one. They gave us everything we saw that would have been a blast was given to us in the trailer, pretty much.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But this episode proves my point on that. Like, look at the situation where you had Donna and all of them laying out in the Boyd's vision of them all laying out shot like that. That wasn't in the trailer. And when that happened, it was like, ooh, what? Ooh, yeah, he's getting it. And then we see Abby again. Boom. Like that that's the kind of motion that I should have felt during those first 4 episodes. But we didn't feel that. Then we even got more. You know what I'm saying? Boyd is definitely having some hallucinations, and I'm wondering what it is from. I'm wondering what he's having these hallucinations from. He started having hallucinations. The first hallucination he had was Abby at the spider web. So the spiders are not why he's having these visions, right? Because the spiders bit him after the first vision of Abby. So he hadn't been bitten by the spiders yet. I wonder what connects Boyd to this place in such a way where he has these visions and recollections. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Henry crying, when Henry cried, I hollered. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Your bull, your bull hit your bull hit you with the cry that Henry cried.
Hey,
We got Knick-Knack Studios in the building.
I'm
Hey,
gonna tell you the
that's
part that
Hold
got
on,
me.
real quick. The cry that Henry cried was that cry that you cried when your grandmom slapped the shit out you in church. Like when you playing with your cousin and
Yeah,
y'all in the pew playing, y'all
them
got
two
little, you know what
slaps.
I'm saying, little somebody done brought a goddamn G.I. Joe to church. And you know the little things that hold your communion cups in there, the little circles that hold your communion cup. You putting the G.I. Joe in there, y'all playing and laughing, or somebody making fun of the old lady
The paper
doing her
cups.
shouting routine or something. Your grandma turn around and slap the bullshit out you real quick. Bap. And you don't want to cry too loud. You just be like Henry. You just be like,
You better not cry too
hey,
loud, cause if you cry too loud, you gonna get slapped again.
yeah, because if you cry too loud, you gonna get another one. You know what I'm saying? Henry's
hey,
cry was like,
hey, that part killed me though.
bro, I was rolling around in the office off that one right there. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie, that shit had me rolling.
Hey,
Hey,
the other part that had me kind of laughing was Tony and Phil. They were talking about how when they seen the first vision with Victor, like in his suit and stuff, uh, they called him Vic. So when in this episode, when you seen Henry in his vision, he looked up at Victor and he said Vic. Dude, I was dying laughing. I was dying laughing.
Yo, like the Victor in that the vision is funny too though. I was like laughing at him and shit. But I mean, this shit's gotta be so obvious, like, yo, and now that I look at it, man, that nurse looks more and more like the ballerina. It almost
Kind of
I
does.
really have to do a deeper look and see if that's the same actress because she really looks like her.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I didn't see the name of the actress on IMDb for the last episode, so that's why I need to check that out. I gotta see what that was. I can just look at the end credits; should tell us what who's who and what's what on there, and that'll fix that.
Hey,
But
even
that
though
was
if anybody does know if that's the same actress, from what I looked at, it didn't look like it was the same actress because I went to the ballerina actress and it didn't show up on her thing for season 4. So that's how I came to that. But I didn't actually go and cross reference it with the actual name of this actress. So if anybody did that and has that information, drop it in the chat. Let us know because that woman damn sure looks like the ballerina to me. Like somebody said it's two different actresses. I mean, yo,
hey,
okay, this
it
thing
does
looks
look
different.
like her though. It does.
I mean, and that's a very interesting casting choice. You know what I'm saying? Being that you had a character that looks like this ballerina already. You know what I'm saying? And we see Luna Cascade with the super chat. Thank you for your generosity, sis. And she says, that when we see Henry's dream, Eloise, it'll be someone we recognize. That will be crazy.
Hey,
Now
that would
that
be
would be a
crazy.
twist from I don't know what. And then what if he, what if it's somebody in from and we start saying and he starts saying, you're Eloise, that'll let everybody know that Henry's off his rocker. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But the idea of self deletion is definitely being implanted into Henry's mind as we speak. So, and we also got a
man.
confirmation that the man in yellow took one of Jim's teeth.
Yeah. What's your
I,
guys'
I,
theory on
once
that?
again, I don't know if the blood has anything to do with the
What
visions.
What's your guys' theory on him taking the teeth?
I like I said before, it for me pointing out the symbolism wise, it has to do with the wisdom and Sophia, Baphomet, yada yada
Right.
yada, and it could also be talking about you know um different folklores that have to do with like the tooth fairy and fays and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, you have those things in there, and those are the symbolic references. What it actually means in the show, I don't think that the show has told us that yet. I don't think that
Nah.
they're gonna give us the reason why yet. Maybe we will get a reason. Maybe the reason is very simple on the show, like the man in yellow just takes teeth as a momentum. Like that may be his thing. But symbolically, it definitely points to other different things of
Yeah.
it's actually like a double or a triple entendre
Hey,
of what
it's
it could mean.
but there's also some cold shit to take take a nigga teeth and then go up to his wife and be like, yeah, I did that. I went and
Yeah, that
grabbed
Yeah,
it.
shit.
some gangster shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit cold as ice right there. He
yeah, I
started,
went and grabbed his teeth and shit.
and I liked it too. I liked your
And and,
husband. You know
and
what
I'm
I'm
and I'm
saying?
not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna tell you I did this.
Yeah, I liked your husband. I killed him right there where you standing at. That's his blood right
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying? And then I took his tooth, I pulled his nipple off. I put it in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
kill
I
you?
could
Oh
kill
no,
you
I'm not
right
gonna
now, but
kill
I'm just
you.
gonna tell you a story.
Yeah.
Right.
I,
Hey, I got a theory. I got a theory for you why you take some teeth. Uh,
go for it.
so I think I got a video coming out, so I don't want to set, I want to hold back a little bit, but I think so. I kind of follow along with what Tony says. It's sci-fi and stuff.
Hmm.
I think Jade has a lot more to do with this than is given credit. I think they kind of threw that little throwaway line in the first season. Oh, it's I created an algorithm, whatever. But I think that was super important. I think it was all Jade. I agree with Tony. I think it was all Jade. I think, in a nutshell, my theory is that this is all a quantum computer. And
Okay.
I think the man in yellow is the error correction program, and he's collecting data.
Everything is a quantum computer, and
Yeah.
everything error corrects.
Yeah, so there's like certain, I think all the like motifs or the entities or like aspects of the show are all components within a quantum computer. So like the bottle tree, those are noise sensors. So notice how when I think those were set up by the place to so that they knew that once they went and tried to figure out the bottles, and if they figured out that they were the notes, it would summon the man in yellow because they were sensors. Like, oh, what are we gonna do when they're trying to break their way out? Oh, they're gonna go.
Like
So we're gonna
give me a like how is he collecting data? Like what like
so here's why I think he's the error correction program. In a quantum computer, there are color codes, right? So one of the color codes for errors in a quantum computer, they call errors noise,
Damon,
right? Or they call it noise. So when something's going wrong or there's an error, there's these little yellow bars that'll pop up in a quantum computer that'll signify like an error happening, right? So the other thing is that quantum error correction, they're known for what is called changing shape. The code for it changes shape to adapt to the errors and then correct them. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
So so here's another side of the error correction program is there's blue, red, and green color codes for a quantum error correction. And when you put those together, it makes white. So it's not that the boy in white is good. He's neutral. Notice how he shows up all the time and he's trying to neutralize things. He's trying to stabilize it. He's trying to keep, hey, don't cut that tree down, man. You don't want to do that.
I thought the boy in white was going to show up to them at the tree.
I did too, actually. I thought
was like,
so
yo, so is the boy in white going to show up to the tree while they're coming up with a whole plan on ripping it out from the roots? Like,
yeah. Hey, and that's the other thing.
Or was the boy in white telling Victor not to cut the tree so that Boyd and Jade could be the ones to try to do that? I don't know.
Right, true.
Maybe
true.
I shouldn't have said that.
That's
that
the other thing.
My video.
So in a quantum computer, right? The code, the source code of a quantum computer are called branching trees. And there are certain branching trees in a quantum computer called swapping trees. And they connect long distance branching trees or nodes to the system, right? Mm-hmm. So I think if they cut that tree down, I think the whole reason why the man in yellow even showed up at the end of this episode was for them to protect the tree, because they know when they cut that tree down, it's going to cause latency. That's going to cause the place to lag and glitch out.
In computing,
okay,
a daemon.
Go ahead.
In computing, a daemon is a program that runs as a background process rather than being under the direct control of the interactive user.
Okay, so y'all getting on it from the scientific, and I know you are talking about this video game as well. What's the name of the game again?
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. Okay, Chrono Trigger. I definitely have to look that up too. But
Chrono Trigger is a time egg.
I'm not mad at the video game theory or like that. Even I had a video game theory with the Story Walker Fred looked like Mario, and the aspects of the faraway trees and the underground, the mushrooms, you know what I'm saying? All of that kind of fits with the Mario situation. And last season, I remember we had, like, I used to hop in the Discord all the time. We used to have these discussions in the Discord that would be like hours. It would, pretty much like these live streams. And this one brother was in there and he was spitting a theory about, how From is pretty much a video game. Ethan's playing a video game. That was his thing, that Ethan was playing the video game. But
hey, real.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, you have an Instagram?
Yeah.
Well, is it under Real Enigmas and Theories?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add you on Instagram. I'm gonna send you what I think this is. I got it in my video, so I don't want to reveal it yet. You know what I mean? If that's okay, but I'd like to send you what I think this place is.
Okay, cool. That's okay. Cool. Well,
all right, man.
Like I was saying, the guy was talking about how like a lot of the characters are NPCs, and Ethan's playing this game and he's falling asleep while he's played the game or some shit like that. And it was a very interesting theory, but there were some things in there that he was right about. And I like, when I listen to people's theories, sometimes I like to add on to them. You know what I mean? Even if I don't necessarily subscribe to the theory. But there are instances on the show where you see characters doing the same things in the background and walking together. And like you'll see if one character goes to a door, they'll do a pan another shot, and you'll see another character at the door, or just some random characters in the street just standing in the middle of the damn street somewhere, just kind of on the side of the road, just randomly standing there talking. And you know what I'm saying? Like you see these kind of things like video game shit going on.
NPC type shit.
Right. And then, my whole thing was that the road that they go down is like a Pac-Man road. Like you go in one side and come out the other. So it's like, yeah, I'm totally not mad at any of those theories that align with that kind of thought process. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, who knows? All of this is very real. I mean, like video games contain a lot of esoteric information inside of them, and that's
check,
probably why the show does as well.
check this out though. This is what I was gonna say earlier, man. Like, and I got more shit, so I ain't even dropping half the shit. This is probably about 50% of the shit at this point. But we got a character that's I think the man in yellow is immortal. I think he has lived throughout all the timelines. But we got
Okay.
Julie, who on the dichotomy of that shit, on the other side of that shit, she can go, different places and shit like that. As far as the timeline and shit like that. So we got two different characters with two different objectives. One lives throughout the timeline, and the other one can flash here and there. You know what I'm saying? Try to make changes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. We got some pushback. Natifa says the quantum computer doesn't make sense. I don't like this. It takes away from all that we have observed. Yeah, that I mean, that's the only aspect of it. Like they haven't really got into anything like that. And they've catered to a total different kind of audience. You know what I'm saying? They've catered a bunch of supernatural stuff to us.
Hey,
You know.
go look at the message I sent you on Instagram, man.
Okay, yeah,
It's
we'll check it out. We'll check it
yeah,
out.
you're good. No, yeah, but like when you see the name or what like the theory, there's a real science theory out there. It's real what do they call it? Like vague. But when you see my message and you see this what this theory is called, man, you might think there's some merit to my theory, man.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's merit to all the theories out here, man. We're all doing our thing out here, like looking and noticing what we have. You know what I'm saying? And looking and conveying to the people what you notice and what you see happening. Like, oh yeah, like I'm definitely rocking with all theories. Like I don't shut down nobody's theory. You know what
Oh
I'm
no, yeah, for real, for real.
only only
Me neither.
only theories I'm like even looking at. I wasn't even mad at the Elgin is Ellis and Fatima's time traveling son. Like I wasn't even mad at that. It's just to me the phenotype didn't match, and it just didn't look like it was possible to me. But I wasn't even mad at that when, especially when he sprung into action and saved Ellis and whatnot. So
Well,
and
okay, I'll
being
say this. I'll say this. All right. So the theory that I'm kind of going for that falls under this science theory that I found. It actually kind of proves everyone's theories. So for you, in my video, I actually shouted you out and Taryn Matheru and miscellaneous Gab. So it all has to do with a superposition collapse because quantum code isn't like regular computers are zeros and ones, right? So
hmm
quantum code is like both at the same time, and then when they collapse to either zero or one. So if it's all code, right, all quantum code, people's views or how they see the world or their beliefs when they observe something, it collapses to that. So I shouted you out in my video. I'm gonna put it out here soon. I'm almost done with it. But
Yo, I see you see what Golden Child said. He said, How is none of the NPC characters seeing Sophia walking around doing all of her shenanigans?
hey,
And
no, for real.
I said that shit in my last video.
They were
Like,
catching
you
on.
mean to tell
She
me
wasn't even
nobody?
subtle about it this
You
episode
mean
either.
right? Yeah, she walking up in people's
Girl
cribs and
Sarah's
shit.
catching
She
on.
going in, and she out. What fucked me up is how she just left Boyd's room like that. Like she wasn't even trying to hide the fact that somebody had been sniffing through his shit like
Hey,
that.
Yeah.
Sarah's like, what the fuck is in that bag, bitch?
And she knows that they're looking for shit about the man in yellow, and she goes and takes the suit. And it looks like her taking the suit had like a double effect, right? She did it to
Yeah.
let Boyd know, like, yeah, y'all barking up the right tree. But at the same time, she did it to
Playing
do
with them.
that whole thing with Tabitha by the RV. So I said the same thing last episode, to see them double down with her shenanigans, walking around town, going up in the sheriff's office, going up in the people's houses and doing shit and going like
Yeah, she doing
that
a
shit
whole
was
bunch
so
of
crazy.
suspicious stuff.
And then nobody saw her walk out to the RV. Because where did she transform at? I wonder where she transformed at.
Yeah, or
Ooh,
did
time
she
is on her
separate or something?
side. I like that. That's a reference to the Denzel Washington movie.
You
I
talking
can't
about
even think
falling?
of it. Fallen, yeah, the Fallen, yeah.
I was already there with you.
And Azazel for
Azazel.
sure.
Yep.
I'm with Taryn on the Azazel connections. I love that. Now, are they actually
Yeah.
going to spell it out and say that he's Azazel? I don't know. I don't know. If people don't know what I'm talking about, it's when Terrence is Azazel. A lot of people do pronounce it Azazel, but it's Azazel. Most people pronounce it as Azazel. But I'm
What
with
is he?
that
What is he
theory.
known for?
Well, I mean, shape shifting amongst other things. You know what I'm
Amongst
saying?
amongst other things, you know what I'm
That we see Sophia partaking in. Like, if y'all want to know more about that, we did a live stream on that. That live stream is not members only, and you can still go check that out. That was a fire live stream right there. But the last one we did was also fire from yesterday. That was crazy too, where we talked about Julie's wig and the significance of the wig, and
Hey,
her wig actually being
saying?
done on purpose
The
to
Cleopatra wig.
yeah,
to
yeah.
mirror Cleopatra and her wigs. You know what I'm
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
So especially with the Egyptian symbolism in there, and there's so much Egyptian symbolism. Like I dropped a bunch of the Egyptian symbolism in like 2 videos ago. But
Yeah,
yeah,
see, that was what I was talking about with the theory. Once you see it and you go read that theory, man, you're gonna be like, okay, okay, I like that because it has to do with okay, so this place picks up on we know that their nightmares manifest, right? So I
yeah,
think like that's been confirmed, I would say, right, through the dolls, right?
I feel
So
like they
I
just
think
confirmed
anyone who
multiple universes.
it very well too, yeah, because but with the superposition collapse, like the code, say it's all like code, right? And like how anyone that comes into this place when the way that they see things, or so like the esoteric um symbol or like symbolism and stuff that's hidden throughout the show is anyone that came into this town, their how they view this place affects it. So that's
yo, so
how I look at it.
Yeah. So
Uh,
you have
so
you ever
Saggy Star asked a
a
good question
mirror?
here. She said, "Real, why do you think that he said pretty much he feels like her best friend or whatever? Do you think that it ties into what they're saying about them doing this over and over again?" Yes, he even said like, we've been through so much together. Now, not to mention the fact that he ends up eating the liver at the end of her whatever of her life or whatever. He eats her liver. He ends up eating her liver. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much I think where he was going with that. They have so much to do. It's not at the time where he's supposed to kill her yet. But obviously, we know that he didn't kill her. You know what I'm saying? But what if he did kill her? What happens? My thing is this: do the monsters eat the organs as well? Because we've never seen anybody's organs left behind when they were attacked by the monster, and we never seen like. Surely someone would have seen like in the box when Frank was in the box. Surely someone would have seen the man in yellow come through and you know eat the organs afterwards. Or and Victor, I don't think saw the eating of the organs in the town either, because Victor was there collecting treasures from people from the dead bodies in the massacre. He was down there taking stuff off the dead bodies that the boy in white told him to go take stuff off the dead bodies down there. And that's what he was down there doing. So I don't think he saw the man in yellow down there eating the people. But I think he did. Well, he did see her eating the Miranda's body. So what happened with Smiles Davis? Did he just leave her body? You know. And here's another part too. Like, who ripped open Jim's body? You know what I mean? Because it didn't look like the monster's handiwork. The monsters, like, they rip you way open. Jim's chest was ripped open kind of neatly. Like, who did that? And who hung him up and who did all of that? Like, Sophia was at the clinic, you know what I'm saying? But she was outside when we saw her when Kenny fell asleep. So I don't know.
I feel like that's what she was doing out there originally. She was kind of telling them like, all right, hang up the goat on the sign and then go get, put Jim's body in the barn.
Yeah, yeah, the Julie memes are crazy as hell.
That's
They're
why I was laughing earlier, man.
taking over on Twitter.
When you brought up Julie's hair, I started laughing because I was thinking of the memes.
Oh, Boyd did say the Denzel line, "What do you want from me?" He sure did. He said the Denzel line, and then you have the Denzel movie from Fallen. Oh yeah, Azazel. Oh man, I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
tell Taryn that one.
yeah, that
I
falling
hope
shit.
Taryn needs to know that one because he didn't see that movie. Yeah. Let me tell you about the time I almost died. Yeah, that was the first line of the movie. That was the first line of the movie, Luna Cascade. I might have to add some stuff into the I might take a couple of clips of the live where Taryn talks, so we'll get a bit of explanation from him, and then add a little bit of the Azazel stuff in the video as far as the Fallen movie with Denzel. Because I mean, when we saw him eating that dude's liver at the massacre, Azazel could be decoded from the license plate of that car he was by, just as well as Eloise could be decoded from Pastor Dunn's license plate. It was almost like the same kind of vibe there. The AZ and the last letter being L or something like that. I definitely want to dig into that a little bit more, but this episode has so much in it. I don't even know if I'll have time for that. I'll probably just keep writing and chop it up into 2 videos. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
It's like 20 minutes, man. That shit had me. I was like on the edge of my seat.
Yes, indeed. I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
go
say too
hard
much.
on shit.
There's so
I'm
much I
digging
want to
into
say.
it.
I'm trying not to even look at my notes. I got this notebook over here. I done slid that joint halfway down the damn desk. I don't even want to look at the notes. I don't want to say none of my notes from this episode right here. I'm going to put it in the video. This
Hey, that,
episode was fire, y'all. Episode 408 was definitely fire.
yeah.
You
Hey,
know,
that's what's hard about like doing live streams, and I'm kind of new to this. I've been messing around in OBS, learning live streaming and stuff. But that's from someone who's got experience on this. That's what's kind of hard about YouTube is like, what do I put in a video? What do I put in a live stream on?
well, with the live streams, I kind of like to sit and rock with you guys and give thoughts that I most likely wouldn't put in a video.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
my notes that don't make it into the video make it onto the live stream. We'll talk about that in the
Hey,
live stream.
I love all your videos, man.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I got to check you out over there. Send me.
Yeah, I'm just starting out. I did like a practice live stream on the first episode of Rick and Morty, but I got a from video that's been hanging me up. But
My first live streams were on OBS.
really,
Yeah,
what
my
made
first.
you switch over to? I'm not trying to take
I
away
know
from the
I know
from,
how to
but
do OBS good because I'm in broadcasting and stuff like that. And
okay,
I've dealt with broadcasting. I used to do, hold live streams for certain events and stuff like that and provide a service for people to do that. So I know a little bit about OBS and how you can create it. But OBS actually working, like, unless you have a producer, it's harder
yeah,
if you're sitting there doing it yourself, unless you have all your templates set up, unless you have all your scenes already set up and everything.
right,
StreamYard is just so much easier when it comes to it. It's actually built for live streaming on YouTube and other social media platforms.
yeah, yeah,
OBS is for broadcasting, period. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
You can use OBS for a flat out news television show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
OBS is
I've
candid.
right. I've heard it's hard to get guests on there for YouTube. Like it's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know.
It is. It's harder to get. That's the actual part of it that's hard. That's what makes it more difficult than anything. With
Yeah.
OBS, you'd have to like hook it up to. I remember people used to hook up the OBS to Google Hangouts, but then Google Hangouts is no
Mm,
more. Then I think some people use Google Meet, or you can use a Zoom link. You can do those things. It's not necessarily harder, but the way that we do it, like how I dropped the link down there and you could just pop right up,
yeah, yeah.
that
I was actually
that's
surprised that I
harder
was
to
able
do
to
on
get in.
OBS. That part
Yeah.
is harder to do. But let's say I was having an interview, or I had guests and it was pre-planned out, of course they would get the link. We'd set up the Zoom call and everything, and then I'd add that into a scene on
Mm,
OBS, and then
yeah.
when we get ready to bring them up, we can pull that scene up, and then you'll see the Zoom call. Like it's a little bit more difficult. It's more to it, but OBS is way better than any other thing that's out there as far as like what you can do whatever you want
Yeah,
to do. You're not limited to
it's
like
powerful. Yeah.
yeah, you're not limited to the templates that they have on like StreamYard and whatnot.
Right.
You can create whatever you want and make it the way you want to make it.
Yeah, I was kind of talking to Julie B a little bit about that. I mean, just through chat, but
Oh, okay. But
yeah,
yeah, it's real easier. Just I mean, if you want, save yourself a lot of time by just grabbing StreamYard.
yeah, yeah,
It'll make it a lot easier for you. You can get your guest up. You can drop the link in the chat. It's not difficult at all. It's more user friendly. It's for people that don't have that kind of production know how.
right.
OBS, even I was having problems with the OBS software. I was. It's easier to do things like call in streams and stuff, but you can also run your StreamYard through OBS.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay,
so you
okay.
can run your OBS software and run it in your StreamYard.
So basically, you could have like your custom templates and stuff, and then run it. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. I see
You
what you're
can
saying.
run it through StreamYard like okay, so when you hop on StreamYard, your OBS will be hopping on StreamYard, not just your regular avatar. So
Okay.
that if you watch Phil and Tony, then you see if I'm not mistaken, Phil runs his system through OBS. That's why he's able to change his profile picture to an
Ah,
actual video and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think he's able to do. I think he runs it through like some sort of uh
man,
internal camera.
I knew Phil was a smart motherfucker, man. I could
Oh
just
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
Oh
live
yeah,
streams
he
over
be
there,
on it.
Tony's as well.
yeah.
Great live streams, great personalities, great going back and forth with each other. Their back and forth is really funny. Both of them are
Oh yeah.
knowledgeable in pop culture and movies and cinema and music. And so it makes for a great live stream. You know what I'm
Right. Well,
saying?
shit, your shit makes for a great live stream too, man. I'll
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I'll
I
follow you
even
all the time, man.
even when I hop on Tony's live streams, I think they're really good streams. Last time I
Oh
hopped
yeah.
on Tony's
Oh yeah.
stream, I did something purposely where I was like playing the devil's advocate, but pretty much just asking questions so that Tony's theory could shine. I was probably asking a lot of questions about Tony's theory that a lot of people had. And the way that I was asking the questions back to back, I don't know what live stream that was. That was a couple weeks ago, but that was a real good live stream. And it just shows me that I like Tony's theory about the aliens more and more, especially now that I've been thinking about Ankui possibly being an alien language.
Right.
The first episode was Arrival. Some of the shots that Tony said about the testing that was going to be that they were testing and like the light in the eyes, that's been happening a lot this season, especially with Henry. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
That,
actually, now that you bring that up, Henry's eyes kind of looked a little weird when he was sitting there at their Miranda's grave. They did look weird. They were almost a little too blue. Did you notice that?
not really. Like, I mean, that I didn't notice anything strange about his appearance, but I guess I was thrown off by him crying at the end. Bro was
I
like,
mean that
Oh yeah.
that
like
did that had me dying.
that shit had me dying. Like, I don't mean to laugh at a man crying about the situation that he's
No, yeah,
crying
no.
about.
It was just the
But the,
way
Yeah,
he
but
did it,
his
and
man.
I have to
warrior
also
cry.
say this, that bro Robert Joy is killing the role of Henry. He's doing
Nah,
such
he
an
is
amazing
though.
job. I love the job that he's doing, playing the role of Henry. I love what Sophia did this episode as
Oh yeah.
well.
She
Did
kills it
you
every
see
time.
the little sweet smile that she gave Ethan as he walked up the colony house, and how she
Mm-hmm.
waved at him and everything? I thought that was just like, yo, this girl's acting chops are off the charts.
Oh yeah.
And just like, what did you guys think about the scene with her and Sarah? She bodied that scene, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they both did. You talking about when she was trying to walk in the door with that bag?
Mhm. When she was
Yeah,
trying
she
to
was
go
like,
in
"What
the
the
door
fuck
with
is
that
in that
bag,
bag?"
and she told the whole story about, well, I went to go get some clothes, but then I realized that they were all dead people's clothes, and I was like, yeah, like, yo,
Yeah,
that
she had that shit
scene,
on deck too.
she
Like it
killed
was
that
just
scene,
lined
yo.
up.
Like, yo, that the smile was so creepy when she smiled at Ethan. I was like, yo, this is
They
too
both
good.
killed that scene.
Oh, Kayla said Tony was giving me much love on his live today. Yo, I was listening to a little bit of it while I was on my way home in the car. And then I had to like hop out the car and everything. So I started missing some of it. But yeah, shout out to Tony. Tony showed the channel love indeed. You know what I'm
Yeah, hell
saying?
yeah.
He
Hey,
tells
yeah,
people to
shout
come
out to
over to the
Tony, man.
screen. He knows about Saturday Night Live. We rock out on Saturday. And he sends people over. That's dope. Go check out. I forgot what day he said it was. I did hear him say it, but Miscellaneous Gab is going to be on their show again. Go check out that live stream. I know it's going to be fire. Hopefully, I'm in the building where I could at least listen and along.
Yeah,
You
she's
know,
great too, man.
while hopefully I'm not working and I could listen. You know what I'm saying? I like going on there and listening to them. I even went back and checked their old live stream that they did that I wasn't able to see. But we've had Gab on the show. I had Gab on the show last year for Severance. I went on her live stream. You know, we were having wellness sessions. We were having wellness sessions, and over on her channel, we were having, I
How do you
believe,
do that?
waffle parties. Okay, yeah. So we were doing the wellness sessions on my channel, the waffle parties on her channel for Severance. Then during It Welcome to Dairy, she swung through for a live stream. We did a dope ass live stream about Pluribus, talked about It Welcome to Dairy. And I believe that is the live stream where I convinced her to watch from. She says she doesn't really watch horror like that. And I told her it is a horror show, but the monsters and stuff don't really show up like that. The horror element is more about the situation, and it's not like a whole bunch of scares. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it's not jump scares, it's kind of a psychological thriller.
Right. It's more of a psychological
Yeah,
horror.
a
You
mystery box
know,
show.
yeah, it's not like, every episode they're just ripping people apart or nothing like that. It's not like that. This season has had more action than all four seasons all the other three seasons put together, in my opinion. This has had more action. Even Boyd's vision of Kenny getting shot and then everybody laying down in there, that was crazy as hell. That was a crazy
Mm-hmm.
vision, and Boyd's reaction was totally warranted. I would have probably reacted the same way, like, yo, what the fuck do you want from me, yo? Like, I would have really been pissed off, especially how, like, you see Abby and then the blood coming out her mouth. Like, yo, that scene was fire. Whoever thought of that, whoever put it together, the choreography was crazy. Yes, Silo. I'm getting ready for Silo to come back. Gab is definitely a gift.
Silo,
He's really
Severance.
dope. It Welcome to Dairy was so good. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And It Welcome to Dairy episode 7 was like the most beautiful shout out to the Sinners movie. Like it was totally a shout out to the Sinners movie. There's no way you can change my mind. Like, yes, indeed. Ethan looked pissed when he waved. Ha! He did. Petty Gibbs caught what I caught. Ethan, yo, I wrote, I swear in my notes, I said Ethan act like he didn't give a damn about what old girl was talking about. And so I was definitely going to talk about that. Petty hit something in my notes. Luna hit something in my notes. Saji hit something in my notes. So I just been keeping quiet, y'all. I'm not even really going to say nothing. I've been
Well,
reading the comments, and I know that you guys are on it. You guys have the magnifying glasses out. I will never play y'all with them titles like, yo, this is what you all missed and shit like that. Yo, y'all don't be missing shit. I fuck with that. Like, yo, y'all definitely been hitting what's been in my notes. Some of the stuff I know y'all not going to hit. I know y'all not going to hit that. But because it's kind of, I have to put it together. It's kind of like how my mind works. Some of you might have seen it now. I'm not gonna hold you but I don't know. Like the Wizard of Oz references will send you on a whole nother rabbit hole with this show. The Wizard of Oz is a heavy influence in from him talking about the hot air balloon, and we're gonna really get into that in my video. So be on the lookout for that, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Who else we
Hey,
got here?
that's what I love about this show is like it really they almost have kind of like a good excuse to touch on some of the stuff that you talk about. You know what I mean? Like so you could throw in some of the esoteric stuff into a show and it'll kind of seem like, oh, it's just out of place really. But like with this show, with the mystery and like them, giving us red herrings and stuff, it's like you don't know what the hell is going on, so they can throw in whatever is on their mind.
One thing is, I was wondering why Jade and Kenny didn't hear Boyd screaming after that, because it appeared that he wasn't that far from him, right? From what he indicated, he heard Kenny call from behind, but then he turned around and Kenny was already in front of him, and then he gets shot and everything. But it didn't seem
who
like
shot
Boyd.
Kenny?
Say what now?
I said, who shot Kenny?
That was supposed to be Abby shot everybody.
That you think Abby shot Kenny?
Yeah, that was supposed to be Abby shot everybody. It was supposed to be like that whole scene was like Abby shot everybody. I thought it was dope how
I gotta
Boyd
go
was
back and
able.
watch it again.
Yeah, that was Abby shot all of them. You know what I mean?
You think that's this place like playing with Boyd, basically saying like this is about to happen again with what is it, Henry?
I know that it's this place playing with Boyd. I don't know what it's actually trying to say. I just think it's taunting him about his wife.
Right. Well, I mean, because it seems like that's where they're going to go with
But you also
Henry.
have Henry getting the same notion.
Yeah.
And they say this is where the people tear themselves apart. Maybe some of that has to do with that, because them tearing it, like we've been talking a lot about what's going on with Jade and how the people begin to hate Jade and they kill Jade, and that's how all of that happens. Yes, indeed, it was an illusion. But we've been talking a lot about that. But that's one thing, right? That doesn't really have anything to do with the townspeople tearing each other apart.
Yeah.
Right? What does that have to do? I could see, where they're coming from with the Jade and Tabitha reincarnation. The information pisses people off and they kill Jade and something happens to Tabitha. I could see that, right? Obviously, there's something with that. But what makes the people tear each other apart?
See, I thought it was because, like in Jade's vision, I thought it was because since they have to be reincarnated and be brought back in, that's what keeps the cycles going. So like basically the cycles keep happening because Jade and Tabitha keep like having to be reincarnated. What do you think?
Or they might find out that only so many people can get out. If only 5 people can get out, that'll make people fight about it.
Right. Right, like Jaden
Ooh.
their souls keep escaping basically, right? And then they're bringing people in to try to find the Jade and Tabitha reincarnations. So everyone's there because of Jade and Tabitha.
Laser Beam Sports said Victor had the indigenous can opener. Yes, indeed, The Rock.
Hey, was that you? Was that you that said I forget who it was, but I'm pretty
He
sure it
had
was
a
Israel who said if you were to eat peaches for so long and kill you. That was you on Tony's stream, right?
I don't know if I said that, but I remember I was there when somebody said it. I said that sure enough, you can't survive on peaches alone.
Yeah. So I
I
remember
think I
Yeah,
might
that.
have
yeah,
said
And when
that
they
shit,
brought that
man.
up in this, when they
I said
brought that up in the
you might get
episode,
scurvy from that shit.
yeah, and
yeah,
yeah, you can't eat on peaches alone. That's impossible. And you definitely, as especially for not that long, you'll be beyond malnutrition and you'd have a horrible death. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You'd
yeah.
have a
You
you'd have,
Almost. It
get
was funny.
scurvy,
It
a
was,
jaundice or some shit.
yeah, you'll get some old wild shit and it wouldn't be able to get rid of it. But he then also said that he was eating bugs, he was eating plants and certain
yeah.
things of that
It
nature
was
too.
funny to me because it
I like how
almost
he
felt
said
like they
that shit
said that
though.
He
because
was
They
of you
solved the
saying
foraging.
that. You
problem.
know, like
Victor was foraging. And I'm pretty sure he
I
ate
like how he,
mushrooms.
but hey, they solved the problem when they said that shit though.
Yeah, they
yeah,
did. I that was a question that we all asked, like, what the hell was Victor eating and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they the way they slipped that information in there was beautifully. You know, Tabitha really was against him talking to Ethan about that stuff. I agree with her on that because knowledge comes at a cost. Maybe the reason why you survived is because you didn't know. You know what I'm saying, Victor? Shut the fuck up. Like that's where she was at with it. I agree with her on that.
hey, Tabitha
However,
had
Hey,
major
it
beef.
was sad when
however,
he
the way
said
they
that
slipped it in
the
was
walls
Ethan.
and the
The way they slipped it in was Ethan. Ethan said, "Hey, would you teach me?" I thought
yeah,
that
but
that
when
was
he
dope.
said when he was teaching Ethan that the walls and the floor was his friends and shit like that, that shit was sad, man.
Yeah,
I
you know what
I,
I'm saying.
That was sad
I
as
was like,
fuck.
that's kind of fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? You got Luna Cascade said diarrhea. Yeah, oh indeed. I'm talking about, and not only that, you'll die from the amount of peach farts. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
peach farts would fucking kill you. Like you
yeah.
just keep farting and it's smelling like rotten peaches and shit. You
What?
definitely don't want to be in the fucking truck with
Or
mad
some
peach farts going
peach
down.
cobbler farts.
You know what I'm saying?
They should have had that in the episode. Like you gotta crack this door a little bit, you
Yeah,
know,
you
like,
got to keep the door on the truck
get
cracked.
a little airflow
Oh,
in there.
peach
You know,
cheesecake farts.
what about water? They was probably taking baths and drinking water during the daytime inside the house. That's what I'm thinking was going on with that. Like even when Miranda and them was alive, I'm sure they were using the houses. Even he said his sister used to hide in Sarah's house all the time. That was the favorite house that she used to play in, yada yada yada. So people would occupy and mess with it. Just like when we saw Boyd and them come into town and Boyd and them come into town and they were using the diner. Like Father Kotcher's like, hey, meet us over at the diner. He's like, what? There's a diner in this place? He's like, yeah, when you get your things together, meet me over there and we'll talk. So like, yeah, I think they do use the place. They could probably be using the water. Um, were there any lights on in the diner when Boyd and Kotri and them went in there to talk for the first time? I don't remember the lights being on. So
That's a good point.
my question would be, when did the radios and shit start playing in this place? Like maybe after they found the talismans? Who knows? I don't know. What are your thoughts on
Maybe the
that?
whole time.
Maybe,
Maybe since they existed.
maybe. Yeah, but
I,
I'm
I
glad.
got I got a
I'm
question for you.
Go for it.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but do you think do you think that the town was there back in like the first couple of cycles when it was like in the past?
No, I think that over time the place changes and morphs.
Yeah, like it updates
Like,
or
yeah, I think that brings in pieces here and there. because all the
Yeah,
pieces are from
that's why
different
don't
time
none of the
periods.
shit make sense.
Yeah, because like imagine like the Puritan people sitting in the diner and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking, sounding like Shakespeare and shit, talking in the diner and shit. And what
But
songs were playing in the diner when the
but
settlers was in that
what I'm
bitch?
Yeah,
saying
or
back
even them
then,
just looking at the fucking the music box, like, what the hell is this? You know, like,
well, I'm
Yeah,
just
looking
saying
at the music box, like what
back
the
then,
looking at everything. What the
all the
hell
stuff
is
would
yeah,
have
this?
been mixed up too. Like
I mean, the diner
the
would look
church
so
and the school and all this stuff would have been in the wrong places, just like it is now.
right. And I mean, you look at it, the diner looks so old to us, but it would have looked so futuristic to like some
yeah,
settlers or something
yeah.
like that. I
So
don't think that
so
they were there.
so the people back in, like, I mean, Cars, relatively speaking to the whole show, right? The history of the show, Cars are relatively new. Do you think that they see the tree even if they're like on horseback?
Yes, indeed. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
especially when you're talking about the Civil War situation.
See, that's what I think.
You know what I'm saying? You got Puritans in that joint. You know,
Yeah.
I think
And I think
motherfuckers.
that's an answer to the question a lot of people have, is like, well, what if you were to just go around the tree? I think it would still have the same effect.
I think that answers why we have a settlement that is not close to the town as well.
Yeah.
Because before you even had paved roads or dirt roads, people just used to walk through the woods.
Right.
And you fuck around, you walk through the woods, there's a down tree, you would just walk around that shit. And so
Yeah.
in this kind of situation, they just made it to where you're stuck in this forest. You turn around and you look around and you're stuck in this forest, and
Yeah,
you
I
might come
think
to the cabins or something. I don't
I
know.
think even back in the day when they were on horseback, like if they were to come to the tree, and I mean, a horse could easily jump over a tree, right? I think it would still lead you to where they're at. You know what I mean?
I've always, now that you say that, I've always wondered who brought the horse trailer into town. Like somebody came in riding up with a horse trailer, because
Yeah.
that's
Or
what
the
the box is.
box.
The box is the
Yeah.
horse
Yeah.
trailer. So who brought that in there? Like who? Like
Right.
then you look at the old school bus in there. Like damn, there's a bus of kids came in this place at once. You see kids in
Damn. That's deep.
Miranda's paintings. You know, I remember I was doing an examination of the 1978 massacre, and there was a little girl in one of the ditches that had on tap dancing shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all.
Why does she have on tap dancing shoes?
I don't know. You dig what I'm saying?
Maybe a correlation to the ballerina dancer.
She was tap dancing in the school bus.
We
Wait, but
Taryn had something in his theory about tap dancing shoes, and then I found the tap dancing shoes.
hey,
Uh,
wait. Let me
oh
back
yeah,
up.
he had the Rat Pack in his joint. The Rat Pack is in his theory, and Sammy Davis Jr. is a tap dancer. So it was something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Let me bring it back for a second. So you said there's a. I don't remember the school. Is there a school bus?
Yeah, there's a school bus.
So do you think that there is a point in the pattern, because there is like a pattern, right, in each cycle? Do you think there's a point in the pattern where, like, how the bus showed up at the end of season one, that always happens in every pattern?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
Ah,
that there's a large group of people that come in every point, because there's always some sort of massacre at some point, like what we
right.
seen. And the the bus
Hey,
literally comes in town after the Colony House massacre. We don't know how
Yeah,
many people died, but a lot of people died when they came off the bus. And we know after all the dust settled and everything, there were 47 people there.
yeah.
Well, there were 48 people there, and then Tilly was killed, which gave it 47. So
somebody asking for the StreamYard link.
now I've been wondering. Hold on, let me see. Let me get that link to you. Now I've been wondering, since Roger is dead, will there be another person coming? I know when they announced Sophia, they also announced a colonial woman who was supposed to be added to the cast. So I'm wondering if there'll be another character coming into town to replace Roger.
I got a theory about the colonial woman, right? Because they don't give us a whole lot about her. I think it's Eloise. I think on this last, we're probably going to see Julie's story walk at least one more time, right? I think Eloise is out there in the past, and Julie's going to encounter her. It's going to be the colonial woman.
Hey, yo, what do y'all think about Luna's question? Do you think the boy in white appears to Boyd as Father Kotri?
Yes.
Okay.
Something going on
He
there.
appears as
I don't think
whoever
it's
is
Father Kotri.
accepting that individual. So pretty much she's asking, do you think that the boy in white and Father Kotri are the same?
Yes, I think the personally for me, like I was saying earlier, I think that the boy in white is like the stabilizer code. So I think he always tries to neutralize a situation, and that's exactly what he kind of did in that scene there where he popped up in Boyd's office. He was just Boyd was so freaked out, and he was trying to like neutralize him. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah.
calm down. You're all right. Think about what you're doing. You know.
That would be the
Yo, we
daemon
got
in
Lawrence in the building.
the
Lawrence, thanks for
computer.
joining us. What's
Yeah,
going
I
on,
agree with
man?
you.
What do you think of this episode?
Yo, that was insane, my boy. I thought that was fire. For one, yo, Henry's actor, it was insane that episode. He almost
Oh
got
yeah,
me.
he went busy. He got
Yo,
busy this
he got
episode.
busy. Yo, his monologue to the gravestones and all of that. Then like watching his mind break. Bro, I had to look away at some point. So I had to check it out. He's a Broadway actor, man, with a lot of credits. He did a lot of Shakespearean roles. So that's why that had that
Oh,
kind
that's
of
Robert Joy.
Yeah, he went crazy, bro.
Yeah, Robert
Yo.
Joy went crazy. This was him and Sophia carried this episode. And you know what? They have carried a lot of this season.
Yeah, he was incredible. But then we got the little confirmation about bro. I just joined, like I said, I had to watch a little like an hour later, so I just finished the episode. So I'm really blown about that final scene though. That really just snatched the whole thing. But in the wildest news though, yo, Marielle was on some bullshit, no? Like
You think she was on some bullshit?
yo, I thought that was wild to be like, yo, she comes in there with mad dead veins in her body. Every vein in her stomach is dead and blacked out, like she was shooting heroin needles in there. And she's in a frantic state. And you like, yo, what if we could use this more? It's like, that's a crazy.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something that I said before, and I even put. I'm gonna say something
And I
from the
fuck with
notes
Muriel.
about the veins on Fatima. The veins on Fatima is something. Okay, so the veins is something that I talked about in season 2, and when I talked about it, I was referencing how the children have red and blue veins, just like the monsters. Their hair, their fingernails. You know, I think I talked about it earlier today in the earlier live stream we just had,
Mm-hmm.
and to see Fatima come in there like that, and the reference to that, and her being the information that Christy dropped on Marielle about Fatima's blood pressure and her heart rate.
Yo, yeah, that was insane.
That was, I think, the biggest takeaway from this episode.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Because literally, I was like,
okay, she's dead. Okay, so you might as well say Fatima's dead.
She's literally dead. Yeah,
she's already dead. Yeah,
she's literally dead. Yeah,
like she's clinically dead.
Yeah, like like they would pull the if she was in the hospital, they would pull the plug. They would tell her family make their peace, and she's gone. Like
so you think that once her connection with Smiley's broken, she's gone.
Yeah, I think she's up out of here.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
I think Fatima's up out of it. I mean, bro, her heart is 19 beats a minute.
Yeah, that's
insane.
That's fucking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Donna was doing better than that when they checked her pulse after she came back, bro.
Damn.
And she's walking around asking questions. She walked from Colony House to the clinic, B. She's how is she doing that?
She's to resurrect her, man.
Yo, so I just checked it out.
Damn near non-existent.
So so for an adult woman, it's typically between 60 and 100 beats a minute. Hers is at 19.
Yo,
Yo,
zombie.
Yeah,
that's
she a
not
sleep.
at all, brother.
She
Zombie.
sleepwalking.
Yo,
Wait, so I gotta go.
what was
gotta-
that movie where the dude didn't know he was a zombie, bro? It was a comedy movie. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, well, you know, there's a beat. He was like, there's another one. What was that fucking movie, yo? And the doctor was checking his heartbeat. He was like, there's one. There's another one.
Yo, that's
He's
crazy.
like, and the dude was looking at him the whole time. He's like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? He's like,
Yo,
he said, you're a zombie.
yeah.
He didn't know he was a fucking zombie. What movie
Yeah.
is that, yo?
Yo.
It's a comedy.
But Fatima's functionally a zombie, bro.
Yeah, she's a zombie.
Like if she's not in Fromville, she's dead immediately. So even if they all get out, like Fatima's just gonna drop dead, gang. Like
yeah, she.
Hey, was
like,
it?
okay, what they gonna do? A Dr. Sabi routine on her real quick and bring her back from this shit? Like,
yo, they gonna get us some. They gonna get us some.
They gonna
might
get her
have
some
to stay.
sea moss real quick.
She might have to stay.
They gonna give her a sea moss smoothie with some of that ram goat meat and shit. And maybe she, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, was it warm
How are they
bodies?
bringing her back from that?
Yo, they gonna have her on that cucumber juice, like
Word, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be straight on a juice diet.
She's cooked, but I ain't gonna hold you, yo. First 2 seasons, Fatima's maybe like top 5 favorite characters. She's like bottom 3 in this last one, anyway. And it's not really her fault. It's just like, what are you supposed to do? Like, all she do is like complain all the time, but like she ain't got shit to be happy about for real. To be honest. But yeah, yo, Fatima's cooked, I think. But my other thoughts was obviously like everybody else, the last
Ellis,
like 5 minutes.
Ellis is definitely gonna fucking snap if Fatima dies.
Yeah.
Hey, and that brings it back to the town you were talking about earlier. Like they're throwing subtle hints at the town about ready to crack.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And so that's what's gonna make him crack. You got so many other things that's just gonna make other people crack. They about to crack Henry in half. Already.
Yeah, they're showing us.
He's
Henry,
literally begging
like,
for the answer. He's like, "What do you mean disconnect?" He was like,
but
yeah, he wants to. He's gonna want to end it in a minute.
Yo, but real, I wanted to ask you about the ramifications upon your theory that we was just talking about before the episode. What with the man in yellow and Miranda speaking. Because not Miranda, but goddamn, what's her fucking name? Tabitha. So he specifically said, you and Jade, we have done this so many times. Now, did you take that as him saying that he's done this particularly with Jade and Tabitha several times, plus the other loops?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how it felt to me. I was like, no. She's talking about you and Jade. He's not he wasn't talking about, oh, like your spirit and like Miranda. And
I think he was talking about both.
He was talking about Jade and Tabitha have done this.
Yes, when he talked about them doing this multiple times, I think he was talking about the reincarnation. When he said that we've been through so much together, I think he was talking directly to Tabitha.
Yeah, he was talking to Tabitha.
He said, you don't remember this part yet.
Yeah, you're the closest thing to a friend I've ever had.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
Confident too,
and he was very confident. But he is surprised because he said that they've gotten close than ever. And I think there's a lot of truth in what he said. I don't think he lied to her about anything.
No, he said, kill you? Gods, no.
Yeah.
He said, absolutely not.
Yo, shout out to the bull Doug for this episode because the man in yellow came through clean and mean. I loved it.
Hey.
It was great. But he looked a little different. That's
what I was gonna say. He looked a little more sinister.
He looked a little more different than this before, you know. But I thought that was dope. I thought it was dope.
I thought positioning her right there and like right over her shoulder, you can see Jim's blood stained on the RV. I was like, this man is devious, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was okay. So they showed us that in the trailer with Tabitha's head up against the wall and those pictures. I thought it was a dream. I thought it was some sort of vision. But she literally took Ethan's pictures and put them up there like that.
Right. But and so Sophia literally went through all the way there to get her clothes so that she could appear, or so that the Maniello could appear in front of Tabitha. He was like, yo, let me go get my fit real quick and try to be something that Tabitha would recognize, but she still didn't recognize it.
Okay, this is something else that I said in my notes. I said it earlier in this live stream too. I said that was prompted by them going to Colony House. Because it was almost like, oh yeah, that's right. There's little Ethan over there. And everything she did led up to her doing what she had to do. I think that Tabitha taking Ethan to see Victor is what prompted all of Sophia's actions for this episode.
But do you think it was a bluff? Do you think if she was like, nah, I'm not coming, that he would have actually went and bodied them?
I don't think he would have bodied them, but I think some shit would have happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely think some shit would have happened.
Okay.
Do
you have a running list of like critical gamers? Like people who have to be around, like say like Boyd, like Tabby, like Tim, like of the main characters, like which ones are core that like say let's call it the Forest and
We
say
don't
the
know who the
man
main character
won't
is.
let die.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because obviously we know now Jade and Tabitha are being intentionally preserved. Boyd is being preserved. Obviously, they could have killed Boyd several times. Victor is being preserved, but Victor's on thin ice for real. Because remember last time when he went down into the tunnels, they said, yo, Victor, you keep coming down here, we're going to make you stay. So Victor,
I think them showing like them basically teeing up Donna's death and then not killing her off, that means she's probably safe too.
I knew Donna was safe.
I don't know if she's essential though. So I feel like
she is.
You think so?
Yeah, because Donna knows something. Donna knows something, and they can't get rid of her without revealing what she knows first.
Yeah.
Well, you think she's seen something when she died?
I've been wondering about that because she made a statement to Fatima about people changing. Well, Fatima said people change, and she looked at Fatima, grabbed her hand, and was like, "Yeah, they do." You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering, was she talking about Boyd? Was she talking about herself? Like, I don't know what it is. And here's the thing: if Donna saw something, she's most likely not going to be forthcoming with that information.
That's true.
You know,
so
what I mean?
we got Donna, we got Boyd, we got Tabitha, we got Ethan, we got Victor.
I think
they pissed her off too. She's pissed off about them, opening that wall in the basement and all that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So she's probably not gonna like be forthcoming about any information.
Oh, also Sarah. Also, hot take.
Sarah's
my favorite character in the whole series.
I think the big death of this show is probably this season's probably gonna be Sarah. I think they've been teeing it up.
They better fucking not.
Luna said Sarah, Boyd, Tabitha, Donna, Victor. I agree. Yeah. No Jade, Luna. No Jade. Oh, okay. She said nice. I think Jade probably in the finale. Okay.
Ooh.
Wait, Jade to die?
Boyd, Sarah, Ethan are possible heroes. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Sarah's gonna end up.
Hold on. I gotta disagree with Bill. Sarah's you gotta have Julie on there as possible heroes. Like, come on.
Julie is definitely gonna be one of the heroes.
Julie is for sure a hero.
I think that Julie is actually the main character.
I think she's the hero.
Hey, I'll say this. I think the fact that we haven't had a big death the whole season, we're already on episode 8.
Yeah.
Someone big is gonna die at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Someone big.
Who is that gonna be?
I'd say either Sarah or Victor.
I'm gonna
tell you who I think is gonna die. I think it's gonna be Christy.
Yeah.
Christy would be sad.
That would be sad. And she don't really have like a storyline, really, you know? I mean,
right. She doesn't have, she's important, but she doesn't have purpose. Like other than her importance.
Then again, Fatima too. You guys were talking about Fatima.
She's already dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, we know that. But that like the casual viewer doesn't know that. So if we lost Fatima, I feel like that would count.
If the casual viewer doesn't know that Fatima's dead, I don't know. Yo, she had a cold feeling in her stomach. That means the blood is left the building.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah,
it would
all
be
of our
pretty
blood,
dope.
like most of the blood in the human body is in the gut. If her gut is cold, she's
Cold. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's in the gut and all of that. So she said the cold feeling in her gut. That's what people that are passing away say. They, yo, I got this cold feeling in my stomach.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
I feel
because
cold. Give
the
you a
blood
chill.
ain't taking it there. You
Hey, and
dig?
Tony said something that was kind of interesting too. Like, what if Fatima became one of the monsters? That'd be
Yeah.
even kind of bigger,
Yeah.
like a bigger
That's what
twist
I think
than
is gonna
someone
happen.
He
dying.
said that
Yeah,
last season.
Yeah.
yeah,
Tony said
yeah.
that last season.
Man, he's on it, man.
Yeah,
He's
I
on
bet
it.
Tony was
I
like,
bet
yo,
you
she's becoming a
anything.
monster.
Her organs is shrinking right now.
I know
That
Tony was
could be
pointing
the
at
process.
Tony was pointing at the screen heavy watching
Yeah.
that part right there. Shout
He
out to
probably
Tony. He
was.
said that
Yeah.
last.
Yo,
I'm gonna say it before him. He said it last season, yo.
that's
He
crazy.
said it last season
Yo, shout
that
out to
Fatima
Tony
was
Teflon,
turning
bro.
into a monster.
I've been following Tony for like 10 years. Shout
know,
out to him.
That's how I discovered all you guys, man. I fucking found Tony while I was working, and then
Yeah, I got
through
on
him, I
Tony for
found
like
Rio, I found Julie B, I found, you know what I mean?
since Game of Thrones, like season 2. I've been following Tony.
Damn.
Yeah, when I
bro.
first got into Game of Thrones, I looked up for channels and stuff and found Tony. That's how I found him.
Yeah.
And
The
then I
Don
seen
Tony
him cooking,
Teflon.
and then I wasn't really on YouTube again like that. And then I seen him cooking up on what was it? Lovecraft Country.
Yo, that shit fire too. But
Lovecraft Country.
but yeah, man. So Fatima's out of here. I think the big death. I think you nailed it, bro. It's probably gonna be Christy or something like that.
I think it's
don't
gonna
think
be
Sarah's
Christy.
gonna go, but
Christy
I'm always
is an impact death.
yeah. I'm always partial to the Mystics, man. So I like Sarah's my favorite character in the whole show. I thought it was the illest shit in the world when she took bro eye. It's like, yo, nah, that's the
And then was just so casual about it, like, yeah,
yeah.
just,
He earned that
you
shit
know,
though. He was wilding. He was wilding. Like, but yeah, I think Sarah or Julie's gonna find out about Sophia. I'm going with Julie going back in time and either seeing Sophia. That's probably what's gonna happen, or like finding her clothes or something and then seeing that, or it's gonna be just Sarah. Like she's gonna be doing something to Sarah, and then Sarah's gonna get like an image in her mind and like see her
Julie wasn't in this episode at all.
at all. Wow,
Right.
I didn't even notice that until you just said
Now,
that.
I didn't either. Damn.
Now I want to point this out, and I'm saying this. This is in my notes. This is like my last note, like the last thing I wrote down. Julie wasn't in this episode. Well, yeah, that's why it was my last note because I had to see the whole episode to know that she wasn't in it, right? So, so after I saw the whole episode, I noticed Julie wasn't in it. And there's something that's been a question that a lot of us been ringing on, like who's gonna catch Sophia? I think the last time we saw Julie, her mom caught her outside smoking weed, and she walked away. Her mom was like, "Yo, where you going?" She said, "Somewhere where Ethan can't see." And it said somewhere where I can't see what. And she was like, "Don't worry about it." Obviously, they were talking about Ethan seeing his big sister smoking weed, right?
Right.
Obviously, that's what the surface level of what they were talking about. But I think that she's going somewhere where she's just kind of like chilling out and she's noticing the moves that Sophia is making. I'm gonna just,
She's just watching. She's just watching.
she's just watching.
Oh, that would be so fucking cold.
Right. Okay.
So
Now, in this episode, okay, what character has something in common with Julie that nobody else has seen yet?
Hold up.
This Julie saw something,
Mario,
and she wasn't in this episode. And in this episode, somebody else sees the same thing she saw.
Nah, you gotta lay it on me. I'm cooking.
I'll lay it on you. We just it was Tabitha. Tabitha saw the man in yellow. Julie has saw the
Saw the
man
man
in
in
yellow.
yellow. Oh, right. You're right.
So far, Julie and Tabitha are the only ones that have seen the man in yellow, other than Jim, but he's gone.
But Julie doesn't know that she saw the man in yellow yet. This Julie doesn't know.
Yes, she does.
Not killing Jim, but she's seen him eating the liver.
Julie
Oh
saw
my gosh, you're right. She saw him. You're right.
she saw him eating the bodies in the 78
She saw him in
massacre.
78. Oh my gosh, yeah, he kind of chased her.
So she saw, right, he chased her. Okay, so now let's look at the other parts. You have Boyd knows that the man in yellow shit is missing.
Yeah, but Tabitha's the only one.
What does that connect to what I'm saying? That connects to Julie could possibly spot Sophia's movements.
Ooh.
Yeah, she might be just in the woods smoking. She might have watched her transform, put that shit on, and then go.
She might, yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Hopefully, she on her way to Colony House right now. If episode 9 comes on and Julie's running through the woods to Colony House to be like, "Yo, this is what happened," but niggas have already left to do the mission, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Yo, so I think that they're going to come and converge. I think all of what I'm talking about, I'm not going to get even too more deep into it.
Nah, because you're cooking though.
I think that what they're,
I see where you're getting at.
I think that everything is going to converge.
So there's not only are they going to have to plan this whole mission with getting the bones, but it's going to be a 2-part mission. They're going to have to try to confine Sophia.
Yep.
They're going to have to do something with Sophia's going to get outed.
Yeah.
Sophia's not just gonna walk around and just be doing what she's doing like this.
Yeah, this is done. That was the last.
It doesn't make any sense because there's too many NPC characters just walking around all the fucking time.
Yeah.
To see her.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna use one of them. They're gonna use Julie. They're gonna use somebody. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was Marielle, because of Marielle might be like, yo, after that bitch touched me is when I had that situation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think she might put that together. Yeah, this bitch is telling me I'm a fucking prophet. Blah,
right.
blah, blah.
Right.
You
Or that piece, that Marielle piece might be enough to send it over the edge. When they're talking about it, and then Marielle go, nah, she did that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We almost kind of need that going into season 5, where because most of the time it almost kind of seems like this place has been making our main characters, our heroes, out of, for a lack of a better word, is chumps. You know what I mean? So for them to kind of get ahead of it a little bit, you know what I mean? That would be a good segue into season 5.
Yeah.
Luna Cascade even said that maybe Julie will see the transformation near the ruins. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So Julie wasn't in this episode for a reason. Maybe where is Julie? Maybe Julie is off to the side smoking weed, looking up. Like, yo, where is she going now? Where is she going now? Like the new girl just walking around here like it ain't nothing. Like, where's she going?
And then she's just like, what the fuck? She getting naked in the woods? Oh, crack, 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 crack. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That does seem like something they would do too. It really does. Like
the next episode starts off Julie perspective. That would be so fire.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll say it like my homie Tony be saying it. If you see some of that in somebody's video, you know where you heard it at. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't in this episode. I think that she might be the one to spot Sophia's bullshit. And Sophia is not real. She's one of the motherfuckers in the town. You could tell people don't really like her. They just tolerate her.
Yeah. Everybody thinks she's weird for real.
Yeah, everybody thinks she's kind of
except
she's
Kenny.
too calm for a first timer. Even Sarah said it today. She was like, "You handling this shit better than I did when I first got here."
Yeah.
I feel like if they don't look at her as weird, they almost just overlook her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, that's what's going to make the overlook is going to be the overlay before the relay. Mm-hmm. Soon as you overlook something, and then you be like, hold on, wait a minute. I saw her walking she went in the post office and came out with a bag.
Yeah, almost like it's
you know what I'm saying? That's what makes them think sometimes. Overlook some shit.
It's been sitting on the back of their minds the whole time, and then once it's brought up, they're like, oh shit, wait, hang on.
Randall,
Bill Chill in the building said that Sarah's catching on to Sophia. Elaborate, Bill Chill. Do you think she's catching on, or do you think she's? I think she was legitimately concerned about Sophia.
Yeah, me too.
I think she was legitimately concerned. Sophia's been the only one to show her any kind of love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
Other than Boyd.
that concern is what probably will cause a little bit of focus, a little more focus. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because she's gonna be looking out for her now.
Yeah.
Well, she's already said to her, and here we are. It's gonna be one of the two people that was painting her room for her is the one that's going to the one that were painting and covering up things. One of those is going to be the ones that reveals things.
Yeah.
Sarah or Julie is
Ooh,
going
okay.
to reveal Sophia.
Hey, Sarah's a fool too. Like she that whole scene we could have seen could have been her just playing it off, bro. Like she could have already caught on.
Yeah, well,
Sarah's a
I
fool,
tell you,
man.
I will tell you what. When
She
she
said
did,
she was like, "Yo, you handling this shit better than I was."
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
she kind of gave her some pause when she was like, "Yo, what's in the bag?" Because then Sophia kind of freaked out, like she didn't know exactly what to say for like a half a second. Was like, "Oh, it's
But
closed."
she came back with some heat though.
Yeah, came back. Oh yeah, it's just that. It's laid it on real thick.
Oh, she laid it
quick
on.
with it.
No, she came back with some heat. She was like, "Yeah, I wanted to get some more clothes, but then I realized that it was all dead people's clothes. So
Yeah.
then I was just like, I can't." You know what I'm saying? Like I
You
was
know,
like,
like what?
"Oh, that little motherfucker on some
You
shit right
slick.
there." She's slick. I was like, "Oh, damn." I kind of like Sophia now. I didn't like her at first because of the character who she is and she's
Yeah.
deceiving people and whatnot. But I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that shit now. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, I thought that shit was funny when did you see her kind of smile when she was like, "Hey, so did it work?" Like when you stabbed him with the totem, she started smiling a little bit.
She
Did you see
did.
that?
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, "Yo, that's crazy."
It was more of like a little smile, like, oh well, hope it works out, you know, like
Yo,
She was like, "That's tough."
y'all talking about all of the shit that made this episode great.
Yeah, bro.
Like this episode was actually a great episode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I loved it. What
and
we got?
it's nice to see other characters kind of making bringing those moments out other than Jade, because really Jade's been throwing the whole comedy and all of that in the season so far, you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jay said
so
landscaping.
Luna said that maybe Acosta will see Sophia creeping. And Anton said Sophia is back to the man in yellow. How does it matter? I don't think that he's back to the man in yellow for good.
Yeah, nah,
I
he
think
walked
that
off
she's
in the
gonna-
woods. He's
yeah,
changing
he
back to
walked off
Sophia.
in the woods is going to obviously change back.
Yeah, because if he took the clothes, if Sophia took the clothes go missing. Tabitha sees the man in yellow, and then no one just ever sees Sophia again. Like, I mean, I guess it really wouldn't matter at that point, but she's definitely the man in yellow wants a front row seat to what's happening. So he's coming back as Sophia for sure.
Hey, I got a gripe over this season. One of the things that kind of don't make sense to me is the people going through all the old stuff. Like, so I understand that that's going to maybe lead to something later on, but like, what initiated that in Boyd's mind? Like, I need you to find something.
Well, they're trying to find clues to who the man in yellow might be.
Right? Yeah. But like, what do you think about all that? Yeah, like it just seems a little too like on the nose. Like, hey, we need to go through all this old stuff. Where do you think that's leading?
Yo, I'm not sure about that. I know what Luna just said right here is interesting as well. Like, how come the whole ritual with the newcomers and shit just like stop?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But then, they kind of still do it, but it's kind of informal. And I think that was more of Katri's thing. Like, I think that was mostly like his shit,
That and they've been explaining how shit's kind of popping off a little more. So maybe they're just a little too busy to do it.
Or maybe they're trying to move our minds away from all of those stone gatherings that are because they did that near a circle of stones. Like you said, Katri was kicking it near the stones. The children were sacrificed on the stones. I think if every new person was initiated by those stones, it would probably make our minds go back to like, the sacrificial stones too. So maybe they're trying to phase that out for something they're going to bring back.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to like just like not. They showed it to us. The symbolism is there with the medicine wheel stuff. They showed it to us. They're kind of letting letting it go off to the side a little bit. But at the same time, because it would look really weird if, with all the shit that's going on, if everybody stops and say, "Yep, we got to go down there and do that choosing ceremony." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like the idea of everyone keeps asking, like, well, what happened to Tilly? It's like they don't want to waste some screen time on shit we already know. So maybe I think they buried Tilly, but it's just kind of one of those things where, like, are we really going to waste some screen time on that? You know?
I mean, I don't think that Tilly's shit would have been wasted screen time.
Me either.
But Father Kotri definitely should have got a funeral.
Yeah, like, he did not do a funeral for Kotri.
Yeah, they should. Them not doing a funeral for Kotri is crazy, especially with it being a whole bunch of people died that same night too.
Yeah,
like, nah, yo, they should have did a funeral for that. You, like it, you know. And now we see Kotri, you know, coming to Boyd and stuff like that. I do not think that's Kotri. I love the idea of that probably being the boy in white coming in a different form. I think
I think that's what it is, personally. You know?
Yeah, because if Mary's hearing all the voices and they're crying and screaming, how the fuck is Kotri just leaving all the crying and screaming so he can come hang out with Boyd? Like, I don't see that.
That, and if it was like someone like the man in yellow, he'd be fucking with him, not trying to give him like good advice or you know what I mean. It seems like the apparitions are more of like, I don't know. They're not playing a game like the man in yellow is.
Yeah. Also with Kotri, it's like, if you think about the conversations that he had with Boyd, even in terms of putting bro in the box in like episode 2 and 3 of season 1, how he talked to Boyd in this episode, it's how he's always talked to him when shit hits the fan.
Tracks.
Like Kotri give it to you motherfucking straight. You're the leader, make a decision. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna be whatever. But he always was a super straight shooter to Boyd, which is why it really hurts Boyd that he's gone. I think it's part of the reason why it shocked us that he died, because it seemed like they were going to be like the dynamic duo for the town. You know,
so early too.
Yo, I like what the Toast is close is saying. What do you guys think about this? Henry needs to think about his vision in the care center. He saw the cell phone and knew what it was. If he'd truly been in a coma for 40 years, he wouldn't know.
That's so true.
Maybe that was more of a clue to us that it's not what's really going on.
No, he saw it.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, they emphasized on the phone losing service. What the fuck was that?
Right. And if he'd been in a coma for 40 years, again, he wouldn't know what service was.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. He
would be sitting there like, what?
Like, it's like, okay, what's going on with that situation? Why did the phone lose service?
For one, no idea why the phone. I don't know why the phone would lose service. I don't know. And again, at this time, he wouldn't have had it.
Is that Sophia's bullshit wearing off?
Yeah, it may have been Sophia's bullshit wearing off, but I also want to address like what bro just said in response. Henry also is in an incredible amount of grief. He wants to believe that Eloise is on a plane and not there with like 2 or 3 of her bones and a pound of rotten flesh in the thing.
Hey, I'll actually say this too.
He wants to. It's advantageous for him to wake up and his son be fine with the kid, and his daughter's flying in from out of town, and his wife is alive. So that's the cruelty of it, right? You know.
And I think they threw in a little hint to us. When Victor leaned in and said, "Oh yeah, Eloise is alive." I think that was for us. She's alive. She's out there somewhere.
Also, solid.
Oh, that's a good one too. Like, I wrote down Eloise is alive? Question mark here. But
Victor leaned in, and they kind of focused in on him like real quick, and he was like, "Yeah, Eloise is alive."
Yeah, and Ashley Baines says, for real, like, is his ass still drunk at this point, or is it the blood? Like, bro, like, you can't see that this is some bullshit. The fucking nurse is telling you need to delete yourself.
Yeah,
I like that comment.
Like, no,
I like that comment because, dude,
no therapist is gonna tell you some shit like that because they wouldn't want you to get it fucked up in the real world.
Right.
Henry's it don't even have a blood content, man. His alcohol content has blood in it. You know.
Yeah, that boy be swimming. but yeah, like I said, part of the reason he goes for it because it's advantageous for him mentally to go for it. He wants to.
No, Luna clarified a little bit of her situation about the where I misconstrued it with the choosing ceremony. She's talking about when the people are closely watched. I think that's what kind of Kenny was doing with Sophia, where
Oh,
he's
you're
like,
right.
"Look, boy, I'm gonna go stay at the clinic for a little while."
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. Then she
Also,
decided to break off from Kenny and go with Sarah. You know what
oh,
I'm saying?
you're correct. Yeah, they always get a chaperone for like the first couple weeks or what have you.
Right. And so they did kind of do that, but Sophia, wiggled her way up out of that shit. You know what I mean? And made
Yeah,
it, and she did. That is what was brilliant about her standing out there after she killed the priest, because it made it look like she really didn't know what the fuck this place was hitting for.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you being in this place, you're watching this person, and you doze off in a chair, you wake up, and this motherfucker standing outside with the monsters coming. Like,
yeah,
that right there might give you all the cover you need. You know what I'm saying? As far
yeah,
as the person that was watching you. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Also,
And I
like Sophia has never asked or tried to find a way out of here ever, and just about every single person has. Like
yeah,
she'll ask you a question, oh, well, do you think it'll work or whatever, whatever. But she's never tried to figure anything out ever.
and she's only planted a theory in someone's head, not
Yep.
in a way like when she planted the theory about is this all a dream, and now we see what Henry's going through.
Hmm.
But she's not like talked to Kenny, like she's not said anything like that to Kenny. It's almost like she was just asking him questions and trying to get different answers than the questions that she was asking from him. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
was
They were
stupid enough to
very
tell her.
clever.
Yeah, he was dumb to tell her. Just like Boyd is dumb too. He told her the whole situation. She's the new girl, and you telling her the plans to kill the monsters. Yeah, you see
Yeah.
these staffs right here. We're gonna try to
Yeah,
kill the monsters.
but she's a
Like,
scared little girl who knows not the ways of the world, man. And she just wants some reassurance. And that's how Boyd saw her, and that's what he did. Which
right,
is,
like
it's frustrating as hell to watch though.
it is, because we know what's going on. Do you
Yeah.
think that they should have revealed Sophia being the man in yellow in the very first episode of season 4?
Do we think they should have even done that?
Do you think they should have revealed that, or maybe should have waited for a couple of
That
episodes at
I,
least?
I see how that could have been super fire to find that out or let us figure it out. I don't feel like either way. I don't feel like super strongly either way, but it would have been. I think that's probably so. I would be willing to bet that's something that they consider too in the writing room.
It would. I feel like it would have been hard for them to do what they're doing with the show right now to not reveal it to us.
Right, because then Roger would have just like appeared,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or some of this stuff. But yeah, also I think that some of that frustration is also entertaining. Like some people are watching just hoping for her to get caught eventually.
Well, and like the yellow jacket going missing, like if they wouldn't have revealed her to us, would have been like really maybe too frustrating, you know?
Probably.
Like what where did the yellow jacket go? You know, when Boyd went in there and found out. But it would have been either way, man. It would have been great, but I think for what they're doing now, we
Yeah.
kind of needed to know.
This show doesn't like to do a lot of flashbacks.
Nope.
They did a flashback with Boyd. That's the first flashback we got. And then they did another flashback of something that we did see.
Henry and Tabitha in the car. Was it? Was that in the
No.
car?
They did a flashback with Fatima and Julie in the room.
No, they did do a flashback of Tabitha and Henry though.
Yeah, they did in this episode.
Yeah,
In this
when
episode,
he heard
they
the
did
song.
that flashback when he heard the song "Blue" come on.
Yeah, when the song "Blue" came on, yeah, they did a
so
flashback.
It's not like
what the point that I was making is this: they don't really like to do flashbacks like that. I think they just did that flashback to show us like almost like a recap. Like
Yeah,
remember
it's
the
not like a
song-
flashback of something we've never seen before.
right. It's something we've never seen before. That is why I think like they've never gone back and showed us like, okay, this happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, they did it with the Boyd situation, but I'm talking about something that was in the continuity of what we were watching, right?
Right.
The only time they did it was when Julie remembered that Fatima told her if you get high enough, you could even a nightmare looks like a dream. And
That
that's when she went and
that
stole the
and
weed.
that one and in this season Miranda driving into town. That's kind of
Well,
the
no, see,
only.
I'm talking about of things that
No,
are in the continuity of what we see.
yeah, he's
Oh,
talking
okay, I
about
see what you mean.
he's
I'm
talking
not
about
talking
legit
about like
character
something that
assassination.
happened before the Matthews died.
Yeah,
Right.
they don't do those.
They
Almost
don't
never.
really do. The only one they did was Boyd coming into town. Now,
Mhm.
I say all of that to say this because I asked you the question, should they have revealed the Sophia situation in the beginning?
Yeah.
And the reason why I think they did is because they don't do those types of flashbacks.
Right.
Because in order to reveal that the man in yellow turned into Sophia,
Yeah,
if you didn't do it in the first episode, then you would have had to go back and do some sort of like lame
yeah,
flashback in that way. You know what
Right.
right.
I'm
I
saying?
see
Yeah,
what you mean.
yeah, it could
It
have
would
been
have been a
cheesy.
lot.
So they had to tell us that in the first episode because they're going along with the narrative. It would have been a lot more confusing too, because
Yeah.
they wouldn't have. It would. I'm telling you guys, I don't. A lot of people are not really jacking this theory, but what we see happening is happened over and over and over again for the people that we're watching, along with the reincarnated versions of them.
Correct.
Okay, so
Okay.
I
you're
100%
saying that
agree with you.
you're saying that not only are the cycles like in time periods, but like there's cycles of the whole thing happening over and over.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
there's
From
cycles of the
the very
whole thing
beginning.
that's happening. There's the main timeline where you have, as time goes on, people are reincarnated into this situation again. But each reincarnated version has a time loop that continues to happen over and over.
exactly.
Right.
Because I
Exactly.
think that that's why Julie is able to go through to the. I
Yeah,
think
I've
the
seen
proof
your
that is the 78 time period where she was able to story walk to.
yeah, so you're referencing your illustration with the circles going
Absolutely.
Yes.
in a circle.
Yeah, Julie jumped on an entirely different loop, if you get what I'm saying, when she went to 1978. But
Right.
there's also an internal loop that she went into when she saw her dad die.
Right. So that would have muddied the waters if they would have had to go back and show us a flashback of Sophia, of the man in yellow turning into Sophia. It would have been like, okay, so when did this happen? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they showed it to us in the right spot. They showed it to us when it happened. After he kills Jim, he goes and transforms, goes and gets the suitcase, transforms, and hijacks a ride on into town. So they just gave it to us. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
And that would make sense because the man in yellow, when Jim was dying, he was like, "You've always tried so hard," and that wasn't just like him being in town. You're talking about
Yeah.
like every time he's come here.
Right, because we don't hear anything about Jim reincarnated. He's talking about Jim has tried so hard.
Yeah,
He
like if
always
he's
tries so
saying that
hard.
you always try so hard, then what was he talking about? Like always, like
Cycles with
Right.
that means every time he tried hard, right? Like he
Yep.
always
So
tried hard.
so what you're saying is you agree with what Tony was saying that there's parallel universes going on. Like this is
Similar to
more.
that, I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think that it's parallel universes. I think it's a time loop that these people are stuck in.
Yeah.
And
Right.
They're not being
I think
shown.
it even goes outside of this place is what I'm saying as well. Like for instance, I think there was a time where Thomas did not fall off of the changing table
Yeah.
and he ended up in this place with them. I think that's there was
Correct.
a time where Thomas survived, and they came in there with him too.
And
How and
that makes sense
I
because they
think
said
that
that.
maybe even the phone call that caused him to fall off the table
Oh
could
nah,
be a result of the alternate timeline.
yo, that would be crazy.
Because they do say that people, the souls of people, are trapped here. So maybe Thomas is one of those souls that's trapped here, and that's how they're able to use his voice and shit.
That
That
would be there.
that's
You
a great
have
call.
it. There you have it.
Great
Now,
point.
how does that happen? It's very simple. Like the cycle their cycle goes over to the point to where they're supposed to be reincarnated, and everyone is, the cycle then starts again. Starts again. You know, they're all born, they all grow up, they all meet each other. They like, all right, here's a show of that right here. They all meet each other, they get married, they have these kids, they end up in this place, and it happens again. Soon as they die, boom, it happens again. Right? How do we know this? Tabitha said, I didn't think my parents were gonna like you, but they did. That's because that wasn't the first time they met that dude. And it was just something about him that they liked. Even though his car was a piece of shit and couldn't even open the door and it didn't have brakes and,
And that haircut.
and
Yeah.
his haircut and all of that shit. You feel me? She didn't think that they was going to like Jim, but they liked him because they had also been through that cycle again. In order to get to Frumlin, in multiple cycles, you got to live a whole life again too, right?
Right.
You got to go through Julie's birth. You got to go through losing the bracelet. You got to go through having the Ethan. Then
Okay. What you saying just landed.
you,
Yeah.
you feel what you got to go through
Yeah.
all of that again just to get back to going to From again if it happened multiple
Oh my
times.
God, that is so.
That's why the parents fucked with Jim, because they knew him from.
There
They
was like
probably didn't know why.
there was like a subconscious feeling in them, like, oh, this is familiar to me. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I guarantee you, when they reveal that, that will be brought up. It will, and it won't be brought up. I love how From does this. Peep how they do this. They bring little shit like that up in the recap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They'll like throw that in the recap and then reveal some shit to you real quick. Just like, for instance, this episode, we had the whole situation with the Abby vision and Kenny and them getting shot and all that. But in the recap, they were showing us Boyd shooting his wife, the situation with the Abby, him seeing her wedding ring. All of that was in the recap. So that's how they boom. Then they reveal some shit like this. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to show us in the recap. It's going to show the scene where Tabitha says, I didn't think my parents was going to like you, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'll see in the recap of the reveal of the cycles. Guaranteed.
Let's do it. Okay. We're gonna lock that in. We're gonna lock that in.
Lock that in. Oh yeah.
I got a question for you though. And this is a banger question right here. What the man in yellow knows Tabitha Jade, knows their spirits, etc., right? He likes to play with them, etc., right? Right. At what point did the man in yellow decide, nah, fuck that, time to kill Miranda? Like, why did he kill Miranda and refusing to kill Tabitha? Now, I know it's like, oh, yeah, you and Jade are close this time. It's fun.
Oh, because it didn't get to that part
yet. What is the inflection point where he's like, all right, well, I'm going to wipe you? Well, like, does he feel like Miranda was so far off the mark? He was like, yo, I'm just going to wipe her out and maybe
or the other way around.
Well, no, remember, he didn't kill her. Smiles Davis killed her.
But you don't believe that they're under his control?
I don't know. That right there, they have meticulously made sure not to give us. They've given us some clues that he is, but they've also given us some that he isn't. And I'm not even going to go there yet. I'm not even going. I think
it's when they're close to breaking out. Like once they're getting close to figuring it out, then he, you know what I mean? I feel
And
like
yeah,
maybe
I think she still has a role to play.
Yeah, it sounds like he
Before,
wants him to figure
yeah,
it out.
he can't get rid of her right now, obviously, because there's something that she has to do that pushes the story forward and primes it for the time to get ready for them to die.
well, it's like the man in yellow. You see that the man in yellow likes to have a good time. So it's like maybe he kind of sits back and is like, let's see how far they get. Let's see how close they get to breaking out. And then when they're real close, I'm just gonna wipe them out.
Nah, 'cause I don't know, bro. I got the vibe that he wants them to figure it out. Because right now he pretty much just said like, "Yo, my hands are up. Like, if maybe you can release it. Maybe y'all can all get away. This is the vibe I got. Maybe you release it. Maybe you dig up those bones. Maybe y'all all get away. Maybe everything is fine. Or maybe you're double fucked." And he's like, "Let's find out."
And that kind of ties into
Because if he didn't want
another.
her to and they're getting close, he would just kill her right now.
Yeah, it kind of ties into another one of Tony's theories where like he's someone that's trapped there too.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
Oh yeah. I've been
vibe.
saying that. I think everybody kind of knows that like the entities are trapped there too. When that hit me was when Sarah said that the entities were trapped there. Like, and I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of confirmed it for me that there are multiple entities here that they're fighting and the people are caught in the middle. And at the time, my whole thing was like bloodlines, because I was actually hoping that it wouldn't be reincarnation, but there's a reincarnation element. But I still think it's bloodlines, and I think that's the reason why Julie is able to story walk. I think it has nothing to do with her getting caught up by the cicadas.
No. Because they haven't even leaned into or brought up Randall or Marielle having any type of power. Also, remember, for those thinking Julie might die or what have you, Julie tells the first story that we hear in the entire series is Julie.
Yes.
The first storyteller in the entire series that we hear, episode 1, is Julie telling the story about this mysterious being, the Chromonocle and all of that. That's Julie telling that story. And Julie is the first one that we see who came into town and is able to move through time. I don't think she's going anywhere right now.
I don't think Julie's gonna die. And then as far as Randall and Mari not having any power, Randall was able to go into the ruins and pull her out. So obviously he's
that's true. Yeah.
I think that everybody could probably story walk. What if somebody else grabs the torch and lights the torch and goes in the thing too?
Huh.
You see what I'm saying?
That could be interesting because
I think Julie doesn't need an actual item. Like Julie doesn't need like a device like the torch and whatnot. She doesn't need that, and I think it's because she's Jim's daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, Ethan, I don't know because he didn't story walk either. He walked in the ruins with her the first time.
Yeah, but he got dropped off. Like they didn't let him in.
Nah, he walked in the ruins and everything. He was the one that ran and got help when she was seized.
That's what I'm saying. But he didn't come into like the different realm. Like he was outside.
Right. He wasn't able to story walk, and so it could have something to do with the cicadas, possibly. It could have something to do with that, and it did something different to all three of them, maybe. I don't know. I would love to see them ending up with like powers and shit. I said that in my first season 4 video that I want to see. It would be dope to see them end up with powers and stuff like that. But we do see Fatima ending up with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that I mean when just me, have been worked in the medical field, I don't see how they're gonna bring her back from her current state.
Yeah, brother. That's not a thing. She's literally dead already. Like
right.
she's literally dead.
Right. But what's interesting is that her mind is still there. So what if she's not, what if she doesn't turn like an evil monster? And what if she's just like
like on some Helsing shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
The vampire
On
hoodie.
some Blade type shit.
Hey, it would be crazy as hell though if like Ellis looked out the window and seen Fatima knocking on the window. Like,
Right, or she able to
oh,
tell,
bro.
or she able to tell motherfuckers like when they're going underground, like, hey, yo, they up, get out.
Yo, I think Tony said some shit like that in his video. Like one day, you know, he might look out the window and see Fatima's ass out there or something like that. He might have
I
said
would
that to
hate
me
that.
on the phone or something.
Bro, I
But
might tap out, bro. I don't
that
think I
happened
can
on The
take it.
Walking Dead with Morgan. Morgan, that's how he was looking at
Yeah.
his wife in the beginning.
That was ill too.
Yeah, that was
That was ill, bro.
Zomtima is too much, bro.
Yo, something. Hey, yo, that's what I said. Julie smoking on that zombie pack.
Yo,
Hey, shit.
yo, the whole colony house is smoking on that Zomtima.
That's Zomtima.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Hey,
They
yo.
always got that
It's Zomtima.
that Zotima's gas pack.
Hey, yo, but yo, somebody said, let me look. I think it was pretty good. It's like, yo, so I think they just revealed to us that Victor be lying and making shit up. Yo, I realized how, and I knew Victor was crazy. This nigga Victor is actually insane, bro. That's what I'm thinking the whole time. And I know Tabba was thinking, like, yo, this man is tapped, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With the dolls and the bear.
Yo, he is
I
tapped.
about fell out my seat when he was like, "This one can be your mom."
Yeah, he was like, this one, Julie, it's a little small, but you feel me? I was like, this nigga tapped.
Yo, this nigga Victor's crazy. Yo, that shit. Yo, Tabitha got up and was like, "Yo, you got to stop right now."
Yeah, she was like, I
She
know.
was like, "You got to stop right now."
Yo, she like a kindergarten teacher, bro. It's hard to get her to be like, hey, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Hey,
The face she
watching
made
this
when
nigga.
Victor tried to show Ethan the bone, she was like, "No."
Hey, yo, the
Yo.
mom took me out, bro.
Victor with the dog. Yo, he's just popping up with the fucking dog just out of nowhere. It was like Mr. Rogers, yo. Like,
yo, where did you have him at?
yeah, where was they at, yo? Like, where did
he have him
fuck
in
you
the
have
passenger
these
seat?
dogs at, fam? You
Hey,
just
yo, I think he hopped out, went around to the front, opened the door, was like, yo, hop out.
Yo, he just came out of there like Mr. Rogers, like, yeah, let's go to the land of make believe. That shit looked like Lady Aberlin and shit.
Yo, bro, he came back with Ernie and Bert.
Yo, bro came back with Muppets in this bitch, bro.
Yo, he came
Like,
back
what
with
the
Gonzo
fuck
with
is
this
going?
piggy, like, yo, this shit. Hey, yo,
I was like, nah.
He didn't even try to make Eloise a real. He just had a teddy bear squad.
He
I
just had a
said,
bear with a shirt on.
yo, the mop had a fuck ass bomb. I was like,
yo, was that Eloise's sweater that he had on the doll though?
Yo, nasty work. I know Tabitha was like, ain't no way that's where my sweater went.
Yo, somebody said he had them shits in the grass. Bro just came out with them bitches. He know damn well he made that shit last night. Talking about
He made them hoes
he made them shits last night. That motherfucker was clean as shit.
Hey, yo, we gonna throw them bitches in the lake of tears too. Like, yo, get them shits up out here.
Tabitha was about to throw them shits in the lake, nigga.
Yo, the way she was looking at it when he was talking was crazy.
Yo, that shit was hilarious, yo.
Yeah, that was my thought too. It was like, man, they're gonna have this cardboard ass cutout fucking chasing them around and shit.
Hey, yo.
But it only had like a torso though. That joint only had like a torso.
Yeah, my bad. Like fucking crawling around.
Hey, yo, this Halloween 3 Ethan creepy ass kid, he in there like, yo, word. Like, yo, you listening to this nigga? Bro, he got no stranger danger at all, bro.
Word. Like, now if Victor,
He's
this is the
freaky as
first
nigga.
time that Victor actually felt creepy.
Yo, bro, I'm
Like,
fucking crying over
like
here.
real shit.
Nah, for
And yo,
real.
I was like, yo, he
Popped
a
up out of
freak
nowhere
ass nigga.
with that shit.
Yo,
Like,
he was so creepy. But hey, yo, shout out to Tabitha, her actor. She was able to bring that back. She was crying and all of that. She was like, I was like, damn, bro. And
oh
the thing
yo,
is,
yeah.
and
Was
I was
she
like, yo, that's
capping? Was
yo.
she capping? Or was
I
she
think she was.
or was she capping just to try to like calm Victor down with all this bullshit?
yo,
Or was she
that's
serious? Like, yo, I think that's why I came back to get
right.
you.
Yo, she could have definitely been tapping into the Miranda side. I think she had to warm herself up into that though, because she definitely looked like a scared therapist who was like, writing
Yeah.
it down. I was like,
I think there was a little part of her that was just trying to like, all right,
yeah,
we're out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm
She tried to
saying,
bring him
there
down.
ain't no end in this without like giving him something he wants. You know?
Yeah. But I think also she's starting to really realize, like, damn, I really did leave my son, and I told him,
Yeah.
like, I will be back, and low key she's back, which is also crazy to think about.
Yo,
Yeah,
but
or-
see,
or
here's
like-
the thing I have a problem with, and it's the same thing with Boyd. Boyd is over here talking about he ain't about to risk nobody's life, bro. You was just thinking about shooting everybody. You was counting bullets and shit, my nigga. Like, what
Yeah,
are you
boy was
talking
about
about?
to do. He's about to
But
do a
then you
mass
got
suicide.
Tabitha. She's like, yo, I don't want to hear this. I don't want this going on. See, I'm not gonna leave you alone. Yo, you just wrote a note to fucking Donna, like to watch your kids if you don't come back. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Like,
and the other part to me was like, you know, what's your plan? You say you're gonna get everyone out, but like, you
Yeah.
ain't even coming up with a plan.
Yeah,
nah,
nah.
I think she's really I think okay, so before the man in yellow even said anything to her, she was saying, "Hey, look, they got a plan with the bones. They're gonna go get the bones and all of that. They're working on a plan right now." You know, she did say that before the man in yellow encouraged her to push that forward. I do think that them going for the bones is the right thing to do. However, I think it's a very dangerous thing to do, and they could inadvertently open up a new threat, which I think will be the big bad. I think that they're gonna make something dope happen to where it's gonna be what they should have done, but it caused even more problems. You know what I mean? That's what I think we got going here. I think that yeah, the
What do
phones
you
do
think?
something. I forget who commented, like somebody just commented and I wanted to answer the question. So they was like, so the bone thing is helping us or something like that. I forget who posted it, but yes, I do think the bones are a part of what they have to do, but it's not the end all be all. Because like, how does that even work? You know what I'm saying? You get the
Right.
bones, you do
Yeah,
something with
like
the bones.
maybe they get the bones, but they don't do the right thing with them.
Right. I think they'll have to and I think that the man
Yeah.
in yellow has indicated that they've gotten closer,
Yeah.
and I think that he's talking about the bones is the thing that has gotten them closer to the answer. I don't think
Right.
that he told her any lies.
No, I don't think he told her no lies.
I don't think he
100%.
told her any lies. He doesn't need to lie.
Yo, and you know what else though? I feel like also right there at the end of what he was saying, referencing the bones, it's like those bones came to be from parents who sacrificed their children. Yes, for immortality. However, we don't know if that's the whole story. Actually, we know that that's not the whole story, right? So our assumption is okay, some people wanted to live forever for whatever reason and decided to sacrifice their kids to do so. Also, what if those people sacrificed their kids but knew that they were going to be cursed? Because this would be a sadder version of the story to me. If these people knew that they were going to be cursed with this immortality, to have these lives of just like this endless hunger and killing, right? But they knew that they would be helping to seal an even greater evil. So it's like, what if you go and break the ritual that those people sacrifice to do. So what if these monsters that we looking like, these slow walkers, what if those are actually like the old heroes for real? Like or you know, something great like that. Like they sacrificed their kids and did this massive ritual to seal this huge evil and got cursed for doing so. But then if you go up, dig up those bones and redust it, and you release like this huge entity on the town. And then that might be what they're dealing with in season 5 for real.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. That's what I'm talking about. Like
You know what I'm saying?
there's
That would
something
be a
like
real tragedy.
there are
That would
layers
be
to it.
tragedy.
There are layers to it, and the people are significant and insignificant caught in the fray. Like, so you got the significant ones, the bloodline people, the reincarnated ones, the chosen ones, the ones with powers or whatever. And then you have the people that just got caught up by getting on the wrong bus one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or getting in the car with the wrong motherfucker or going on the wrong goddamn family trip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you end up in this place. Fatima was going to the grocery store, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was really just rolling in her little Beetle.
She was rolling by herself in the car or some shit like that. I think she was. I forget where she said she was going.
Yeah.
You know,
Kenny
and then went to go get the father because the father had left the house.
And also, did Donna say her sister were on foot?
No, she said her and her sister was hunting and they was in the truck.
Oh, okay. I thought they was outside
in the truck. And then she said the sister got out the truck.
Oh yeah, right.
Yelling at the preacher and shit.
But I mean, hey, what you were saying though is basically how we got the man in yellow, because they learned something from the bottle tree, and then boom, here came the man in yellow. So
yeah, I heard someone in the comments say, remember Victor was trying to cut that bottle tree down.
Yeah, and then who popped up? The boy in white.
That's why I thought the boy in white was
the most suspicious shit.
Also, bro's been conspicuously missing this season.
I mean, he showed up once.
He showed up once, yeah. The man in white showed up, but you know.
Yeah, the man in white
when he showed up this time,
right, glowing white,
older. The voice was deeper.
Yeah, damn near.
But that was one time. Like he usually comes a few times in the season.
Yeah,
bro has not appeared at all.
Next time he come, he gonna look like George Burns and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He gonna be old as a motherfucker with a cigar and shit, looking like George Burns. Like, yo, look, don't fuck with the tree.
or more like, fuck it, do what you want, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but
yeah, he's gonna be grown as shit.
Well, I mean, if we want to look at it, maybe we have seen the boy in white. Maybe Katri is the boy in white.
Yeah, I think so. You think Katri, the bartender, like all of like the normal spirits.
Yeah, Katri and the bartender probably is it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wonder if it's the way they died, because a lot of people who die or gets killed by the night creatures or whatever, Marielle said that they never escape, and you hear them screaming, but it doesn't appear that them spirits are screaming, or their spirits are suffering, and the man in white is just using their likeness.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's probably not them. Yeah. And not only that, like if they're all trapped there, then how the fuck you got people reincarnating and popping up back in there?
Yeah.
So she might be wrong, a little wrong or mistake. I think that everyone is trapped there except for the reincarnated individual.
Right. But yeah, Petty Gibbs in here is like, yeah, about that point, it's making like, yeah, who wakes up and decides to trade their kids for immortality? I have a kid, like, oh, yo, you want to burn your kid for it? No,
never.
No,
not an amount of money that you can give.
Yeah, that's not a thing, bro. That's not a thing. Like, no, I'm good. And I think that's what like 99.99999% of all parents would say.
Thank you, Kayla. Good night, Kayla. Good night, Kayla.
Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, hey, real. I'm gonna head out of here too, man.
Appreciate you dropping through Knick-Knack Studio.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on here, man. I'm gonna rock with you.
Yo, it was good talking to you, brother.
Yeah, you too, man. Good night, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I think that second scenario, the Man in Yellow, it's definitely gonna happen because like there ain't gonna be no season 5 if they release the kids and everybody goes home. They release the bones and everybody go home. Like, nah, that's not what's about to happen, bro.
Yeah, I think they will get the bones or something's gonna happen because they went and tried to get the bones. You know what I mean?
I think you're gonna free the kids, but then I think those parents sacrifice their kids for something that they felt was even bigger to keep away. And I think that's what he was trying to tell them. But they don't really have a choice. Like they don't have a choice.
Well, you got the last episode is Bill Chills pointing out here is when a tree falls.
Oh my God.
And notice how like the season, like some of the titles are like half phrases.
Mhm.
Best laid plans, heavy is the head,
Mhm. Yeah, they're
heavy
what
is
do you
the
call them?
head that wears the crown.
Yeah, they're like what do you call it, axioms or something like this?
Right, yeah. And they're only like just half of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the whole thing. What is another one? The Arrival is is a suspicious title for that.
It is. Yeah. Hey yo, Joy Jive, you're talking about Stannis Baratheon. That's Stannis who he burned his daughter because he thought the only way to
Luna's out of here. Good night, Luna. Good
yeah.
night.
But that was on the words of a mystic as well. He burned Princess Shireen to get rid of the snowstorm so he could march south because that was the only way that he was going to be able to get a big enough army to be able to do what they needed to do in the north and for him to get his throne back. But yeah, he wouldn't have sacrificed her to be immortal. He would have said, "The hell do I need to be immortal for?" you know.
Mm.
Facts.
Okay, so somebody's also saying throwing a theory out there that maybe the parents sacrificed the children so that the children could live forever.
Huh.
Because Fatima's exact words were, I know what those things are that come out at night. They sacrificed their children so they could live forever.
She didn't say who.
She didn't say who the they were. Right.
Ha ha.
You know what I'm saying? So
That is true. But
right.
also I still wouldn't do that. I don't think a lot of people would do that either. I do believe that the parents were tricked
Okay,
in some
getting back
respect.
into it, they said that they were sickly. They were sickly. Parents were tricked, turned into monsters, kids, souls immortal. That's a good theory. I mean,
I can see that.
I think my live stream is still up from the finale of season 3. And PM was on the finale live stream with me. And we were talking and all of the I was really not feeling the ending of
Mm.
season 3. And I went
Yeah,
in on it
yeah,
for several ways.
I remember.
Yeah, in on the season 3 in several ways. I was like, nah, this is not real dope how they put this together. It doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
How does she just see that? How does she see? She said, I saw what those things are. Like, what does that even mean? Like, how do you see what something is? Like, how do you see something what something is, but you have this explanation for it? Like, what did you see? The ritual that they did, or like, you know,
Yeah, I think
only thing
that
that
she
kind of
saw his
explains it
she
now is
saw
she's
his
connected.
memories probably is what
Well,
happened.
now we know that she's connected to Smiles Davis, and
Yeah,
possibly her seeing it could be like, just knowing it, seeing it and kind of knowing it because she's connected to him, like having the information, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still kind of shitty.
Yeah. Hey yo, Bill too chill. But I respectfully disagree. I respectfully disagree. I thought it was really strong performances. I think there was a lot of good character development in there.
uh, in this episode, Bill Chill
Yeah.
said this episode was trash.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about that. He's talking about the finale of season
Oh,
3.
okay. Bet. I was like, damn.
Nah, because this episode was fire as a motherfucker.
I was like, damn, Bill.
One thing about Jack Bender, he knows how to make a slow episode good, though.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like sometimes like slow episodes feel like filler episodes on most TV shows,
Yeah.
but they don't really feel like filler on a show like From because there's so much mystery behind it.
Yeah.
And then when you're directing the actors to do certain things to project the story in a way that conveys that mystery,
Hmm.
man, it's just Like, yo, he chef's kiss on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
it was
did his
incredible.
thing. But yo, we've been rocking for almost 2.5 hours. I
Yeah,
definitely want to get into cooking up the video.
yeah,
I've reached my limit of being able to hold back without spilling my notes on this live stream here.
facts.
So you know what I'm saying? I want to get cooking on this
Yeah, I
video.
got work at 11 in the
I'm gonna
morning.
start work. Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the video tomorrow after I get done work and shit. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming through again.
Of
Appreciate
course, bro.
Knickknack Studios. My brother Ray, I don't know what happened to Ray. I think Ray's phone died or something. He might be asleep. I don't know. Brother be falling asleep on the stream. Sometimes the phone die. I don't know. He's still on there with us. Look,
I see it. I saw it.
you see him in there with us?
Yeah, I missed him just by like 2 minutes. Like,
He's still on there with us. Hold on, where we at? Yeah, he's still he's still in here with us. What's going on? Where you at, Ray? Ray ain't said a damn thing. We be talking too much. We be cutting each other off and everything, but it's all in good barbershop talk though.
factory.
You know what I'm saying? Like I try to shut up sometimes too. You know what I mean? But I know I be cutting in and shit like that. Sometimes you have a real good thought, you want to spit it out there. You know how it is in the barbershop when it, you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? When it go down. Not that I've been to a barbershop in a long time. Like I've been growing my locks since 1996. Like like straight like that. I've had my locks for over half my life. You know what I'm saying? I started growing locks at 16. I'm still rocking them at 46. I've had them for 30 years, y'all. But
Golly.
yo, yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. Much appreciation to everybody coming through. It
All
was
right,
real
brother.
dope. You know what I mean? Yo, thank you so much. She said great dope. The music is dope. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and everybody that comes through and bangs out with us. You know
Right.
what I'm
Turning
saying?
niggas into minced vegetables. So,
Ah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
all right, well,
Yo,
yo.
y'all should see my 10-year-old made a music video for me for that song, and it's like it's so funny and dope at the same time. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, bro. Nah, you're tough though. You're tough though.
thank
Yeah,
you,
I
thank
rap. I
you.
told you I rap myself, bro, and I'm a poet, man. I'm finishing up a book.
Oh wow, okay. I
Yeah,
definitely want to check out some of your. You got any music out?
yeah, I have some stuff out, man. But yo, I'll send you some of the poems from my book I'm working on, man.
Okay, that'll work. I definitely want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah, you got an email address or something? If you want to drop it in the little chat down here or
Hit me
something.
up on Instagram. That's where Nick Nack
Oh,
Studios just hit me up today.
all right, bet I got you.
Indeed, indeed. Well, everybody, thank y'all for joining. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.